Kerry here from Homestead How. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone's going to be mad at me. Where's Jen? Where's Jen? Jen was going to be on this live stream. We were excited to do this together. And we're at the movie theater. She just got a call. We have a full dog kennel back on the homestead. And my daughter Lily's watching it. Everything's fine, but two of the dogs, which I think they came together. I didn't get all the details. They were playing and one of them nipped each other and he was bleeding a little bit. So Jen had to run. It's all okay. The dog is just fine. She talked to the owner, but Jen had to run home and help Lily with that. So unless she wraps things up quickly, it's probably just going to be me. I have this cool new background that I kind of messed up that my good friend JT gave me, Carnivore Diet movie, carnivoredietmovie.com. So that's pretty awesome. I can't believe it, everyone who's watching this. In 1 week from today, I'm going to be sitting here at this very moment, and I will be on hour 12. I'll be on hour 12 when I sit here. I'm going to start the 24-hour live stream from upstairs, and let me see if I can find this here. And I'm going to do it from 7 a.m. Central Time until about 5 p.m., and then the girls are going to help me break down all the lighting and everything. And then I'm going to come downstairs. I'm going to be upstairs right in the movie theater in front of the screen. We have a movie playing. So I'm going to have to step out, obviously, for the movie. And so then I'll come down here and I'll be down here for, well, once I hit this point at 7 hours in 1 week from now, precisely 1 week from now, I'll be here for another 12 hours. I'll be fine, I think. I'm a carnivore, right? Should be fine. I can't believe the lineup we have for this thing. Lots of new people always jumping on here. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I'll be really quick. Carnivore Diet movie. We're doing a Carnivore Diet documentary. My friend Bill from Alaska is going to be in it. We're following real people who are doing the carnivore diet over the course of 1 year to overcome obesity, type 2 diabetes, mental health, depression, anxiety, reproductive women's health, IBS, aging, all of these categories. It's crowdfunded. It's our documentary. It's not my documentary. I'm not going to stop until we reach millions with this documentary. There's so many hopeless people out there, like I was, or my friend Bill was. There's lots more Bills, millions of Bills all over the world that don't know that this is an option. And that's all we're trying to do with the documentary, not tell people you need to do carnivore. Just, you don't have to be hopeless. Here's an option. And so we're doing this 24-hour live stream 1 week from today. The lineup is insane. Like every carnivore doctor, influencer, specialist is going to be there. I shouldn't say that because I'm going to sadly leave some out. It's completely jam-packed. I don't even know how we're going to do it at this point. We have some really good guests on, and it's going to be like half hour, next guest, because there's going to be so many of them. Let me share with you all real quick. The purpose of the live stream is we're hoping to raise the remaining funds we need to fully fund the documentary so that we can stop fundraising and I can just go out there and film and keep filming. I've already started filming with Bill and I got another announcement, but you guys got to wait for the live stream on what I'm going to be filming next after this. I am so excited. I can't quite share it yet, but I will share it soon afterwards. Let's see here. I'm going to show you guys. Let's pull this up. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys this schedule quick. I'm not going to list everything on here because some of you may have heard it already. Hey, if you have any questions for me too, by the way, please post those in the sidebar. I'm hoping Jen will jump in here a little bit later. Everyone's been asking for Emma too. Where's Emma? Emma, the little trader. No, I'm just joking. Emma's amazing. She got a job working with her best friend. She's been best friends with this kid forever. It's really, I'm so happy for her having such a good friend. They're going to be lifelong friends forever, but where her friend has worked for years, got Emma in, and now Emma's working there as well. So she's not available tonight. Otherwise, she would have jumped in for Jen. Right. So let me share my screen here. And the purpose of the 24-hour live stream is to raise the remaining funds for this documentary. We want to do an amazing job on this documentary. We already have an amazing story with Bill's story, just starting it out. And he's such a good storyteller. I can't wait to share all of that with you. I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see, this one here. Show you a little behind the scenes. These are the slots This is what's filled so far. This is going to be crazy. So, starting off appropriately, Dante Ferrigno from Ferrigno Freedom. The man that the reason I'm a carnivore right now is because I saw one of his videos and he inspired me to go do more research. I then went and watched Dr. Barry's videos, almost Dr. Barry Finger, almost every single Dr. Barry video I think I've seen. I think I've read almost every single Dr. Barry comment. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start this thing. Dr. Barry, you don't see his name on here? Oh, he's on. Unfortunately, he's going to be in Poland during the live stream, but I'm so blessed and fortunate. On Monday, we're going to be pre-recording a segment with Dr. Barry that's going to air only on the 24-hour live stream. So Dr. Barry's going to be on the 24-hour live stream too. We've got Dave Mack, Dr. Tony Hampton. I love Dr. Tony Hampton. He is such a good guy, so smart. Rena from 5 Minute Body, Dr. Lisa Wiedemann. Please correct me if I'm saying that wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've watched several of her videos, but then in my head, I second guessed it. I used to do that with Dr. Chafee. Dr. Chafee is Chafee, not Chaffee. So I'm pretty sure it's Dr. Lisa Wiedemann. Amanda from Carnivorous Me, Bella Steak and Butter Girl, Dr. Sean Baker, the original carnivore. He wrote the book on carnivore. He was on Joe Rogan talking about carnivore years ago, followed by Dr. Kiltz. Then my sister, not just one sister, likely two sisters, and my mom and my stepdad, all who are carnivores, by the way. And my younger sister, Holly, no one's heard from her yet. She is awesome, and she's doing YouTube herself. She's been doing YouTube for years now, and now she's doing some carnivore content. Bill freaking Knott. Look at that. That's his name right there. Allow me to demonstrate. Oh, gosh, I messed it up. On live TV. Hold on. My hands are cold. There we go. Bill Knott. You guys see this, too? I got to show you guys this real quick. Let's see if I can see this. Jump into this screen here. That's not going to work. All right. Well, right here. This is the Bill Knott knife, right? That he gave me, my Spyderco knife. You can shut it like this if you're good enough. And then this, we're going to be having these for the 24-hour live stream. What is this, you might ask? This is one of the coolest things ever that my wife Jen came up with. Got to shout out Jen on this one. She did this a long time ago. What is in here, Kerry? Your chapstick? What do you need in this little thing that's got donuts on it too, by the way? That's kind of ironic. This is, it's empty. This is Redmond's Real Salt. It's a little travel size. And then this is a holder that holds it perfectly. And you put it on your keychain. I have it here on my knife, but you can put it on your keychain. And then if you ever go out to eat or you're at family, friends, you're traveling, you're on the road, you still have your Redmond salt with you. So we're going to be offering these as part of the 24-hour live stream as a way to fundraise. Every single penny will go to the Carnivore Diet documentary, in the same way that every single penny of super chats that I get here go to the Carnivore Diet doc, and if you're a member, all of that money goes to it. So, and I put thousands of dollars of my own money into it. I just tell that to people because I hate asking for money, and that's what this fundraiser is doing. I'm looking forward to, hopefully this is it. We can totally fund it and be done with it, and we can film the whole thing. So anyhow, Bill Knott, Kelly Hogan, the original, Jonathan Griffiths, the Texas Boys, Russ Mitchell, hilarious man, Aaron Edwards, oh, you guys have seen his videos, Carnivore Kip, Dr. Philip Ovadia, I think I'm saying his name wrong too, Dr. Philip Ovadia, Dr. Anthony Chafee is going to be on for several hours. I cannot wait to talk to him. We're going to do some challenging Dr. Chafee, arguments against the carnivore diet. Alex Cannon, my good friend from Liverpool, Ryan Murphy. It says Dr. Ken Berry on here. It's not going to be at that time slot. We're pre-recording that one. Carnivore Kent, Michael Mason, Russell Banks, semi-retired Bob, and Todd Bachnes. There's going to be different segments, different categories. This thing is going to be crazy. So you guys are like, hopefully some of you have heard this already, so I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but that's it. It's in 1 week from now. I'll stop talking about it now, but if you have any questions, put a big Q on the side, and please ask me some questions, shoot me some questions. Purpose of this video is to inspire some people. I get so many amazing comments on this channel, and it is my fuel. I switched from burning sugar and carbs for fuel to burning YouTube carnivore comments for fuel and fat while I'm in ketosis. But these comments, it just fires me up every single time. So someone said, those are cool, Kerry and Jen. Yeah, isn't it? So Jen made me one of these, and it says compassionate carnivore on it. I probably shouldn't have said that, but we were going to customize some and offer those, but we're just not going to have time. So we're going to just do random designs, and then maybe at a later point we can customize them. But again, we're not making any money off of it. It's all going to the Carnivore Diet Doc. But this is so handy. I don't know how many times I've been out and about. Like, just wish I had some Redmond salt. I don't want to use that junky table salt. Oh, here we go. Let's see. There we go. Bill Nat. Bill and I were talking today and joking around. Jen and I were running some errands, and I had my little Redmond salt with, and there's a Longhorn Steakhouse. Probably not the cleanest steak, but I was starving, and I went there to eat, and I was telling Bill about it. I got my steak, and there's a little tiny piece of broccoli touching the steak. Oh, I had to get on my phone and text Bill and tell him, disgusted. I nearly had to go get my stomach pumped. There's a little bit of broccoli juice on the steak. Just horrible. Ruined my entire day and my meal. Bill, I hope you're doing well, my friend. I enjoy talking to you and joking around with you for sure. And that the broccoli thing wasn't necessarily a huge joke, but so today's video, hey, Bill's in the chat, so this is good because a lot of these comments are for Bill too. I've been fortunate to get some crazy comments over the years. The title of this live stream I'm doing right here as we're speaking, 289 lives changed. And this is just a small sample of the comments. I'm so fortunate. I think we have thousands of comments. Actually, let me take a peek here real quick. We get so many comments on the channel. It's a wonderful thing. Let's see here. Comments. Yeah, I used to answer every comment. I still try to do that if I can, but I apologize if you leave a really nice comment and I can't get to it. I really have to start focusing more on the Carnivore Diet documentary. And that's why I'm so excited to get this live stream out. It's just going to be an amazing event. And then after that, film. That's all we're going to be doing after that is filming. I'm going to be traveling across the country. I got a huge announcement in that regard, like I said earlier, so I'll share some of that later. But there's just been some amazing comments, and every now and then I'll go through and read these. So I've isolated some of these, and I've put them into a little Google sheet, and I'm going to share that with you guys now. And I'm going to take questions. And this. Oh, we got a super chat here. Carnivore Scott, hello friends, so excited for next week. Hang in there and remember, carnivores don't stress. Yes, surprisingly, I'm not stressing. And thank you so much for the super chat, Scott. I really appreciate it. Every penny goes to the documentary. I'm not stressing. I just am realizing the gravity and importance of the situation. We're having these really important, busy people on here. But I don't stress or get anxious anymore. And one of the things I do is, am I as prepared as possible? Is there anything I'm leaving on the table or that I can do? And then if there is, then I would get stressed, but I'm doing everything I can. So I'm not stressing about it. I am a little concerned about the 24-hour thing though. I have been thriving as a carnivore for 6 months. I'm just about at 6 months. On the 16th will be my 6-month day. On the 24-hour live stream, it'll be my 6 months. And it's been amazing. I'm so blessed because a lot of people struggle and suffer, and it's harder for women than it is for men. And I know all of that, and I freely admit it. I've had it pretty easy. However, Dr. Berryfinger, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's been hard. It's been really hard. I think it's because I got rid of most of my body fat, which is a perfectly fine problem. I'm not complaining, but I've been starving. I've been eating so much. I've been hangry. I've been a little bit moody, a little bit tired. So I've been getting more fat. This is over the last 3 weeks. The last couple of days, I've been getting more fat and more electrolytes. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. But like a week ago, Carnivore Scott, talking about not stressing. I was stressing a little bit a week ago. So I'm like, man, if I feel like this and I'm just starving, how am I going to go 24 hours? I'm going to put a little air fryer behind me back here. And I'm probably going to cook a steak on the live stream. I'm going to have Emma's going to help me out and have some stuff ready too. So carnivores don't stress. Carnivores don't get anxious. I agree. PA Beater said, how can I find a carny or keto doctor? Google groups. That would be my best advice. Are you in any groups? There's lots of free groups out there. There's some paid ones. I've been with Dr. Barry's group, which is a paid one. I'm doing the paid version. For a couple months now. I wish I did that from the beginning. I would post in there, and actually in Dr. Barry's group, you can actually see people that are near you. So you can actually post and say, hey, anyone in Wisconsin who's a good carnivore or keto doctor. So that's what I would do. You can Google around and look, and if you Google carnivore doctor, I doubt you'll find anything. But if you Google keto doctor, you may be able to find some. So that's another suggestion. And then there's a lot of free Facebook groups out there, and maybe there's some that are local, like to your region. I would maybe post in there and check that as well. I think that's going to be your best bet, is talking to other people. There's a lot more carnivores out in the world than you probably think. So if you get the message out to some of those, hopefully someone can refer you. Hopefully there will be more and more carnivore and keto doctors as we get the word out some more. So thank you so much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to share my screen right now. 289 lives changed. These were the best comments from the last, like, I don't even know, maybe, I think it was a month or two. I'm going to share this. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. Maybe I'll make it a little bit larger. Oh, it looks like you can see it okay. All right, I'm just going to read some of these. Some of these are so inspiring. I'm going to go through some of these kind of quickly, but some of these just get me fired up, and I wanted to share them with you all. So let's see here. This first one is, you're the reason I started carnivore 5 weeks ago. 24 pounds in 1 month down. I no longer have acid reflux. I stopped snoring. I wake up in the morning in the same position I fell asleep in. My gums are healing, no longer bleeding. After week 3, I started feeling amazing. I'm 6'4". I'm now 370 pounds, and I won't ever go back to eating that crap. I will be at 250 in no time. So excited. Thank you, Kerry. That is awesome. So here's one thing that fires me up is, a lot of times when you talk about carnivore, people will say to you, well, that's great, that worked for you, but that's just anecdotal. I heard Dr. Jordan Peterson say this on his channel, because he obviously has a huge following. And he was saying, sure, it's anecdotal until you have just thousands and thousands of people telling this to you. Then it becomes more of a hypothesis and something you need to check into more. So this is many, 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 many anecdotes right here. I'm not going to read all of them, but there's just some really good ones in here. Bill, I know Bill's on the channel right now, so here's one for Bill. Let me just click down, it'll be easier. Message for Bill. 13 months ago, I was over 400 pounds in weight. I'm now 268 pounds in weight. Carnivore works. Staying in ketosis works. I've never felt better. I've never had so much energy. I used to go to the gym and would struggle to go there a few days in a row because of the aches and pains, and I do not get aches and pains at all anymore on carnivore. Neither do I. Carbohydrates are addictive. Sugar is addictive. As soon as you have spent a couple of months only eating fat and protein, you will have kicked the carbohydrate and sugar addiction. It will get much, much easier. Great comment directed at Bill. And I think that was one of the first videos I did with Bill. They commented on that one. Yeah, Kerry and Bill, Alaska live stream. Let's go. This one said, I'm on day 46. I decided to do the 30-day challenge and never want to stop. I love that. That's what I always tell people that are considering it and they're scared. I say, just give it for 30 days and then you can stop if you want. You know, and I know they're not going to stop. When they hit 30 days, they're going to just feel amazing. It happens all the time. So it's kind of a little white lie. Yeah, just do it 30 days. If you could just quit on day 31, you don't got to go anymore. I love this diet, not just weight loss, but how I feel. Like you said, the depression, the brain fog, the lacking of energy is so much better now. Awesome. That was on my video. I ate meat for 1 year and this happened. Oh, that was with Sean. That was with my friend Sean, who's going to be co-hosting. Yeah, that was Sean, Carnivore Diet legend. Intentional Carnivore Sean. He's my co-host on the 24-hour live stream in 1 week. Kerry, you have saved me. See, when I get these, it makes my head go big. I really appreciate it. I always tell people I'm glad I helped in some way, but it's you. You're the brave one that made the decision to do it. That's the hardest part of doing carnivore, and a lot of people aren't brave enough to make that decision. So I'm glad I played a small part in it, but Kerry, you have saved me. I had a heart attack and blood clots in February. I've been off of work all this time. I went back last week and was so strong in my performance. I'm a cocktail waitress and have to haul heavy trays all night. I also have a mound of medications that I don't use, and I'm so glad I didn't go the Social Security route and just marinate in my sickness. Awesome. I'm glad you're doing better. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'm going to just read a couple of these, and then we'll go back and forth and read some of these super chats and questions. Here's a super chat real quick. And one other thing I wanted to say, too, I'm so blessed to be interviewing Dr. Berry for the second time. That's happening on Monday. If any of you all have questions, and I don't mean personal questions, like, oh, my elbow hurts, what do I do? Because he does a live stream every week. You guys can post that. But if you have a really good question for Dr. Berry, I'm here. This is crowdsourced. I want to do the best job we can. I've got some really good questions for him as it pertains to the documentary. If you guys have any good Dr. Berry questions as it pertains to the documentary, or as it pertains to just the world, like you want people to do carnivore, you want to set an example, like what's a broad question that you want to hear Dr. Barry answer that he hasn't answered yet, post that, please, and I'll very well probably will use it. Steve Rago, $10. Thank you, Steve. Every penny from that going to the Carnivore Diet, Doc. I really appreciate it. All right, let's see here. I'm carnivore since 2015. Wow. Long time, 7 8 years. Sleep is much deeper, intense dreams, peace in the mind, lost some weight, but that was not the problem for me. I need to eat more than 2 times a day, energy all day, and I never feel hungry. No more a slave to bread and sugar and stuff. Awesome. Good job. Wow, that's a long time. You're doing it for sure. This was the Meet Bill video I did. Bill and you too, Kerry, are in my prayers. I'm a 7-month carnivore at 82. I love these comments. 82 years old. I get these comments all the time from people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, thriving. I turned around rheumatoid arthritis and a number of other autoimmune conditions, lost my inflammation and weight I'd carried for 60 years. I'm healthier now at 82 years old than I was at 35. That warms my heart. That makes me so happy. If you work your whole life and you retire, you should be able to enjoy those years. You shouldn't be suffering and in pain and have mobility issues, and you don't have to. I should just do a whole video on comments I get from 70 and 80-year-olds thriving on carnivore. I love reading every single one of them. I'm so happy for them. And the only sad part of it is I see all these other people struggling and they don't know. That's the purpose of this documentary. They need to know that you don't have to be suffering like that. There's an option. Yeah, you're going to slow down when you get older, but not to the extent that everyone is. This person said, Kerry, I'm a 56-year-old male, very unhealthy sugar-laced diet until I saw your 30-day update video. I started July 1st. I'm down 40 pounds. No arthritis pain in my right hip and left knee. Blood pressure's down. No more mouth teeth pain. I had that too. If this is not a miracle, then I don't know what is. If this is not a miracle, then I don't know what is. I no longer wish I could just die. I want to live. Awesome. Good for you. Amazing. That arthritis is so painful. I was so close to getting surgery because of my arthritis and inflammation, and it's all gone on carnivore. This person said they lost 45 pounds from former baby weight and premenopause weight. That was a Dr. Barry video. This next one is this was with me and Dante, Ferrigno Freedom. Hey guys, I've been carnivore for 16 weeks tomorrow. I feel great. I've lost 105 pounds and I've not weighed in this week yet. You guys are right about these health issues. Have all or most of them have disappeared. Sure, there's weeks that I hit plateaus, but all in all, I still keep losing weight, slow but steady. My health gets better and better, and you guys are right. Your energy does go through the roof. 24-hour live stream through the roof. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Love it. Here's another one. I went carnivore a month ago. Arthritis, gout, weight loss, hunger, everything is better. The weight came off fast at first. Now it comes off slow, but the thing is that it's very low effort and I don't gain weight. This has been true. That has never been true for me in my life. No effort, no weight gain. Yes, please. 100 pounds to go. Awesome. Wow, we got a lot of people on here. Okay, so if you have a question, please post it in the side. I'll try to jump back and forth here. Let me see if I can change this little screen to maybe that. There we go. You can see me. Steve, thank you for that super chat. Really appreciate it. I'm going to check here on the side and see if we got any questions. I'll keep jumping back and forth. I got a lot more of these comments here that are just really, really inspirational. I thought I saw a few comments earlier. I almost need Emma or someone to come in here and help me just do these comments. No, Gail. I didn't know JT. JT and I need to work out a schedule. I didn't realize that we were competing live streams. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. I was telling him we got to organize so that we do one and then we hand it off. Everyone go see JT's or go see Kerry's. We'll get better at that for sure. I usually do one Saturday night because we have a movie, and I don't want to watch a movie every single Saturday night. Let's see here. Jeanette said, a great big hello to all the carnivore tribe. Looking forward to tonight's live for sure. Thank you. Got a couple members leaving comments. Always appreciate you guys. Howdy, howdy, all. Judy's watching the Badgers game and listening to me. Oh, thank you, Judy. Appreciate it. I didn't realize this, but I scheduled the movie tomorrow at 4, right when the Packers start playing. So that was kind of bad planning on my part. Robin, Carnivorous Grandma, how are you? Hey, Kerry, hope the dogs are fine. Can't wait for the 24-hour live stream. Yes, Jen was just texting me earlier. They're fine. So when you have a teenager, who means well, but everything is it wasn't as bad as we would have thought based on her reaction. So the dogs are just fine. Jen was going to rush home and see if she had to take them to the vet, but it wasn't that serious. So they'll be good. Thank you, Robin. I know you have your own dogs of your own. So we're all dog lovers here for sure. Susan Hampton, hey, how are you? Susan's the greatest. Really appreciate all your comments. Love all you members that are supporting the channel. Every penny we get from those memberships, right back into the Carnivore Diet movie. PR, Primal Mike. I'm also excited for the 25-hour carnivore stream. Mike keeps pushing us. 24 hours isn't good enough for Mike. He said we got to do 25 hours. So, yeah, I'll do it. We'll see. We'll see if now we got 26. It's going to keep going. We'll see if I get the 24 done. We'll check with that first. So, Gerard said he saw a video from my sister who stated she had carbon monoxide poisoning. Yes, that's true. My sister Holly, she is going to be on the live stream, and I shouted her out a while ago. If you guys don't, I don't have her link handy in front of me, but she'll be on. Oh, maybe I do. Let me see here quick. I don't have it in front of me. She'll be on the 24-hour live stream for sure. She's done a lot of really cool videos. So let's see here. Let's jump back and forth a little bit. You guys got questions? Post them on the side. I think I got that one already. This was on Bill's video. We got a couple of comments on Bill's videos now. I reached rock bottom a few weeks ago. I couldn't sleep, pacing around my living room at 2 a.m. I've been there, my friend. I have been there. Ooh, insomnia, horribly. Had my epiphany moment. Get busy living or get busy dying. One of my favorite movies. As Andy said in Shawshank Redemption, I realized I have two choices. Keep the same habits and slide into deeper misery. Misery is also a good movie and book, by the way, by Stephen King. To an early death, or embrace the suffering now through diet and exercises. Get healthy no matter how much pain I have to go through, that or slide into more misery. And the next day I joined a gym and I started carnivore, discovered the carnivore community on YouTube. Then, Bill, I hope you're listening. It was Bill that I'm finding the most inspiring. I got to read that sentence one more time because I know my friend Bill is on here. Then it was Bill that I'm finding the most inspiring. I didn't pick this comment out too because it mentioned Bill. You will find this trend. Bill is so inspiring to so many people. You know, like people say, oh, there's Dr. Barry, there's Dr. Chafee. Those guys are awesome. They're amazing. But there's something else when you see someone in the moment going through these struggles like Bill is, and someone with just such a big heart and such a good person, and it's just an amazing story. So Bill is inspiring so many people. It's like God has called you to this. It can be a way to support yourself. He's talking to Bill now. He's finding Bill most inspiring. God has called Bill to this. It can be a way to support yourself and kind of an occupation right now in ministry. Thank you, Bill and Kerry. That is so true. Like, think about that. Bill, being stuck in your house. What else could you do as an occupation, as a purpose? And I've said it a million times. I got to say it again real quick. You went from worrying that you didn't have any purpose to having one of the most important purposes you could. You're inspiring people that are hopeless, that they have no other option. They're at the end of their road and they're desperate, and you're inspiring those people. And you're able to earn money doing it from home. God is just great. It's like God has called you to do this. Absolutely. As Bill always says, it's providence. Cool. September 16th, I'm a 2+ year carnivore ordained minister and keto carnivore coach. I love you, Kerry and Bill, and all you carnivores out there. Hey, Bill, God's answered your prayer. Yes. Awesome. Update as of August 16, 2023, 9 weeks on carnivore, down from 225 to 197. Still have had absolutely zero problems with acid reflux, which was a daily problem for me prior to carnivore. I will advise that I needed to start daily electrolyte mix in my tea because of some muscle cramping, very important, due to deficiency in magnesium or potassium. Other than that, I look and feel like a new man, all good. This person said, this just keeps getting better and better. Kerry, your vids are what initially got me into carnivore. 71 days today. I'll be 65 years old in 6 days. One of my daughters is making me a steak cake. Love it. Keep up the great work, Kerry and Emma. Love it. Thank you so much. 65 years old on day 71 of carnivore, thriving. Amazing. Let's see here. This next one. I'm still in disbelief. Every day I step onto the scales and they are still going down. Last time I lost weight, it took 3 months and then 5 years to put back on. I've already surpassed last time in just 45 days. I want to undo 20 years and get to 170 pounds. My app estimates by October 11th if I stay on track. Wow, you're a month away, 30 days away. You got this. That was on Bill's video. Actually, that was on, yeah, that was an update I did about Bill on my day 148. Let's see, some other really good ones here. The carnivore diet has been amazing. My arthritis is 99% better. I get this comment all the time. If you know someone suffering from arthritis, one of the things that really stands out to me in these comments is inflammation, arthritis, back pain comments, and this that a lot of it happens soon. It's anecdotal, I know, and that's not going to be the case for everyone. So I don't want to get hopes up, but I've read this comment so many times where people are overcoming arthritis. They're like, I had arthritis in my hand for 30 years, and it's 50% better in the first week. In the first week, I've heard that comment many, many times. A few years ago, at the young age of 30, I was so scared of what my future would look like, but now I know how to eat and to be in control of my body. This next one says, no gout when I eat carnivore, yet my doctor's first thing out of her mouth in the past was, you're eating too much red meat. No, it's the sugar and the carbs that cause the gout. Same thing for me. And if you're out there and you think that meat causes gout, go watch Dr. Barry's video on gout, because it's amazing. Oh, here's another one. 3 days. I've been on carnivore for 3. I know this is anecdotal, but still, I've been on carnivore for 3 days. The arthritis in my hands is about 50% better. I'm also mentally sharper in spite of fatigue from not yet being fat adapted. Also, I need to eat very little. I can go several hours without food, eat a bit, then keep going. It's like, yeah, it might mean having to eat animals, but I eat so much less overall. I don't get hungry for several hours after a meal. Thank you for posting this. Awesome. I'm going to keep jumping back and forth here. Wow, there's 262 people on here. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you have a question for me, anything, movie theater, carnivore diet, 24-hour live stream, please post it on the side. And if you think of your best question you can imagine to ask Dr. Barry, I'm interviewing him on Monday. I got some good ones for him, but I know you guys got something a little bit better. So someone said, is this the 24-hour live stream? No, it is not. We're not going to be going 24 hours today. That is 1 week from today, September 16th. All right. Sorry, I'm looking through the comments here. This is always tough. There's a lot of comments. Appreciate it. Carnivore Scott, thank you. Smash the like button. Appreciate it if you do. Pop-up homestead. Love the homesteading channels. Kerry, we saw you and decided to try it. I'm 72 days in and lost 30 pounds. Awesome. Good job. I'm going to go check out Pop-up Homestead, living off grid. I'm going to go check them out too. Mama, 3 adults. Oh, another like. All right, I'm going to get caught up on these comments. I hate scrolling through these too quick and missing anything. Bill's in the comments saying, hey, everyone. Hey, Bill. I'm probably so far behind. Okay, I'm going to jump down to the bottom, then I'm going to work backwards. If I missed your question, please post it. Post it one more time for me if you could. Copy and paste it maybe. Carnivore is the best way of eating. I have tried all other diets and failed. Here we go. Here's a question. Did you do any fasting on your carnivore journey? Unintentionally, I did. I did lion diet for about 60 days, and I just wasn't hungry, so I would only eat once a day. So I did intermittent fasting. 23 hours I wouldn't eat, 1 hour I would eat. Other than that, I didn't do any multi-day fasts. However, my good friend Bill Nutt, he's been doing a little bit of fasting himself, so maybe he can leave some of that in the comments. I did a couple multi-day fasts before doing carnivore, and it was amazing. I just couldn't sustain it because I had to eventually eat. But when I was doing multiple day fasts, water fasts before carnivore, I was starting to feel some of the things I feel permanently on carnivore, like some of the inflammation going down, some of the depression subsiding a little bit, some of the anxiety going down. But you get into it. I did a 5-day one, and by day 5, I was feeling really good in those regards, but I was also feeling very hungry, and I couldn't sustain it much longer. So. Bill said, every single video I make, I'm always like, okay, I got to ask everyone to hit my like button, but then I never remember. Yeah. And Bill, tell them to hit that subscribe button too. Like and subscribe. Mama of 3 adults. Momo, mom of 3 adults. Homestead How, Kerry, can you make a t-shirt that says carnivores don't, and then a list like one of the, ooh, I like that idea. Yes, I can do that. After the 24-hour live stream. I love that idea. Because I was going to do a bunch of individual shirts. Like carnivores don't get sunburned. Carnivores don't take naps. Things like that. But that would be cool. Yeah, like a band tour shirt. Lots of comments coming through here. All right, I'm going to find one more, and then I'm going to switch back. Lori said, I love Bill's channel. His journey is inspiring. His spirit is energizing. Yeah, I agree. You guys, just leave me alone. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. If the 24 hours is successful, will there be a 48-hour? I'm sure there will. I really don't want to think about it. I got to give a huge shout out real quick, though. Adam from Carnivore Today, Alia Wells from Alia Wells' YouTube channel, Sean from Intentional Carnivore, everyone else. I'm missing so many people. JT, Graham, so many people. Stan, Paul. I'm missing so many people. So many people have been behind the scenes helping organize this. People are just like, oh, you're doing a 24-hour live stream. This has been a full-time job for several people organizing this and scheduling it and getting the website set up. And it's been crazy getting people sign off release forms and all this stuff. I really appreciate all of the help from everybody. It's just this is, again, it's our documentary. It's not my documentary. I really appreciate it. Here we go. We got, let me skip that one first. Keto Voragonian. I said that so wrong. I'm so sorry. Became a YouTube member. Thank you so much. I am posting a lot of YouTube member stuff, and I'm going to start doing YouTube member live stream. We have enough members now that we can do a whole live stream just for members, and maybe we'll do a couple of videos here or there that are just for members as well. If you comment, I always read those ones first if I can. So thank you so much. And then we got a $15 super chat from Dan Fairbanks. Thank you. 6-month carnivore. Struggle with fasting. Can't go 10 hours without belly growling. Also struggling with hunger in general. That once was there is not anymore. Ideas. Struggle with fasting. It's really hard for me to say, Dan, but here's one thing I can tell you. As a 6-month carnivore myself, in 1 week, I will have hit 6 months. And something crazy happened. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, so I'll be brief about it. But over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have the same symptoms you have. I can't go 10 hours without my belly growling and without being hungry. For the first 5.5 months on carnivore, I was fine. I could eat a little bit of steak. I could fast 24 hours. Hardly ever had to eat. Had to remind myself sometimes. The last 3 weeks, I think it's because I got down to my goal weight. I'm through most of my body fat. I don't know. I am ravenously hungry. I'm eating a lot more. The only thing that I found out so far over these last 3 weeks is you got to get more fat. I know it's common sense. Everyone says it, but it's easy to slip up sometimes when you're doing this for so long. For some reason, I used to do ribeyes all the time. I switched over to more like sirloin, and I add butter to it, but I wasn't getting enough fat. The last couple of days, I've upped the fat, and that's really helped with the stomach growling and being able to fast and go longer. So try to increase your fat. The other thing Dr. Hampton said on a previous live stream that I haven't heard before was make sure you're getting enough electrolytes. I know people say that in general, but usually that's if you're getting muscle cramps or fatigue or tired. But he was saying sometimes when you're hungry and your belly's growling all the time, sometimes that could be an electrolyte imbalance. So check your electrolytes, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and make sure you're getting enough fat. I would try those things. And keep in mind, it could be a temporary thing. Everyone's different at different stages. When I first started carnivore, I could eat 1 steak and I'd be fine. Now I have to eat 2 or 3. My daughter Emma, she's doing carnivore. She was doing lion with me. She was eating way more than I was. Well, she doesn't have any body fat. So depending on your composition, your body, what point in carnivore you're at, have you lost most of your body fat, you may have to eat more or eat less. So thank you so much for that super chat, Dan. I really appreciate it. All right, let's jump back here real quick and do a couple more of these. Tomorrow is did I read this one already? Oh, I read that one already. Okay. Here's a big one. This one hits close to home because I had sleep apnea as well, and I overcame that with carnivore. I have sleep apnea as well. When I was first diagnosed, I was stopping breathing that's not a typo, 936 times a night, which is 117 times per hour. I was in the 400 range. I would stop breathing 400 times, gasping for air. I have lost 100 pounds so far. I started out at almost 460. I asked my doctor about getting off the machine when I lose enough weight. He said, "You will never get off of it." I was like, "What?" My father has it as well, but he is average weight, my brother too. So it may not have anything to do with my weight in my case. Yeah, I would definitely listen to your doctor. I would never advise you to just drop the CPAP machine. But if you have a bad doctor, maybe get another one, like a sleep specialist. Because one of the things, I don't know if you can do this on your machine, but on my sleep apnea machine, my CPAP machine, it would tell me how many times I'd stop breathing every single night. In fact, mine had an app. You could just look on your phone and it would tell you. It would tell you when. So what I would do if I was just starting over and I was snoring, I just started carnivore, I would be monitoring that app and I would be keeping a little notebook and I would be writing it down. You said you did 936 times a night. Mark that down every day for a couple of weeks and see, is it starting to drop as you're doing it? Like I said, my snoring stopped almost immediately. My snoring, I think, was almost all from inflammation. And my sleep doctor told me the same thing as you. He said, your neck is huge, you're overweight, you need to lose weight. It's going to take a couple months. Maybe the snoring will subside. In my case, it had nothing to do with that. He didn't lie. He was completely incorrect. He meant well, but he was completely incorrect because I stopped snoring when I was still heavy before I lost any of that weight. The first couple days doing carnivore, I stopped snoring. It was just inflammation for me. That's not the case for everybody. I know that. Not the case for everybody, but my wife Jen too stopped snoring. I get that comment all the time. Dr. Jordan Peterson, first week, I stopped snoring. That's a quote from Dr. Jordan Peterson. So if you know someone that snores, if you have a loved one that snores, just have them try a simple elimination diet for a week and see if they stop snoring. That snoring is so bad for you. Weakens your immune system. You don't get that sleep. Hormones get imbalanced. You end up getting sick because your immune system's weak. You're groggy, tired, brain fog. It's so many downstream effects. 11 days in on carnivore. My depression and anxiety are getting better day by day. My acid reflux is better. My energy is better. Thank you, Kerry. Awesome. That was on the Dr. Kilt's video. Here's another one on Sean's video, Intentional Carnivore. I lost 70 pounds in a year on carnivore. Also, I reversed type 2 diabetes. No more sleep apnea, and my eyesight has improved. I never had any eyesight improvements. I heard a lot of people say that, though. Anyone here, leave a comment if you improve your eyesight. We're having Dr. Lisa Wiedemann on, and she is, I believe, an optometrist. She's an eye doctor, and she's been a carnivore for a very long time. So it's going to be fun talking to her more about carnivore and her journey and her experience with vision, because I hear that comment a lot. Floaters disappear, eyesight improves. Thank you for spreading the word. Tomorrow is 90 days on carnivore for me, and I'm down 60 pounds. Feel great and lots less inflammation and all that goes with it. Great job, guys. Here's another one. I've lost 65 pounds since November through diet and exercise. I've been doing something similar to keto, but ever since I found you and Dr. Barry and a few others, I feel like I've been called to carnivore. This one says, oh, where did I go here? I missed one. I was 340 pounds. I'm down to 235. I have 50 pounds of stubborn fat to go. Challenge accepted. I'll follow your channel and try it out for 4 months. I'll let you know the progress. Thank you. Awesome. Good luck. If you get stuck and you have that stubborn fat to go, I always tell people this. If you're doing carnivore, it's not that hard to go from carnivore to lion. 3 days. Try lion for 3 days and see how you feel. Everyone that I've suggested that to or that has done that, myself included, that stubborn fat, you're stuck at a plateau, it just starts dropping off when you do lion. I reversed my Hashimoto's disease in 11 weeks by following Ken Berry and Nisha. 7 specialists wanted me to put me on meds for the rest of my life. I'm 67 years old. I refused, and I said, give me 90 days. Ken and Nisha know about this. I have the before and after labs to prove it. Carnivore works. BBBE, bacon, beef, butter, and eggs. I had been vegan, vegetarian, organic whole foods for 40 years and an athlete and bodybuilder for 35. That all failed. Carnivore is a success, and you can't argue with science. Blood work labs. This one said, great interview. Oh, this was 65-year-old man. This was my friend, Alex Cannon, who's going to be on the 24-hour live stream. They said, great interview. I started what has turned into an elimination diet November 7th, 2022. February 1st, 2023, I went carnivore. I've lost 95 pounds, almost 100 pounds. I was size 54 waist. Tomorrow, Amazon is delivering size 40 from a 54 to a 40. Got off of 5 meds for blood pressure, Eliquis for heart, started strength training 2 months ago. I feel like I'm 35. I turned 65 last April. Enjoy your channel and wish you and your family all the best. Awesome. Life-changing. Life-changing. Man, you inspired me. I'm 4 weeks in, under 100 kg for the first time in 10 years. I can't believe how I'm feeling. I feel like this is catching fire and we all need to keep on spreading the word. Yes, spread the word. I believe it is catching fire. I believe there's many, many more carnivores out there than we realize. I don't have my shirt on now, but over the weekend, I had my I eat only meat, ask me why shirt on. And Jen and I were visiting my dad in the hospital. Thank you everyone for the prayers. He is doing better. He's still in the hospital, maybe for 1 or 2 more days. He has some weird infection based on his blood work, and they don't know why. And I wish he would go carnivore, but that's another story. But they don't know why, and they're doing all these tests and they can't figure it out. Somebody left me a really good comment. They said sometimes that happens when you have like an old root canal or something that's infected, and it can come and go. Because this has happened to him 3 times over the last 2 years where he's been hospitalized. Shivers, fever, and 104, 105 fever, and they can't figure it out, and they still can't figure it out. I'm going on a tangent. Jen and I went to visit him, and I had this shirt on, and I got it on video. We stopped at a Target to pick my dad's senior up a couple provisions while he was in the hospital. Nothing food-wise. It was underwear. He needed some extra underwear. So we went to pick him up, but the guy ringing me out, he kept looking down. And then right as I was ready to leave, he looked down at the shirt. He's like, what was with the shirt? You eat only meat, ask me why. Okay, I'm asking you. And we had a great conversation. And we got it on video. And I'm going to be doing a video on that soon. This is the second encounter. I did another one when I went to visit Bill, the man in the shuttle bus. That was a lot of fun. I think I'm going to do a little video series on it. I'm going to wear that shirt, or I'm going to hold the sign, and it's going to say, I eat only meat. Ask me why. I'd love to talk to anybody about it if I can. I'm going to go to a busy intersection somewhere and just hold that sign, and we're going to film it. So it should be a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Dan, for the super chat. Let's see. Man, lots of comments. 331 people on here. It's crazy. All right, I'm going to go to the bottom here and see if I can see some comments. If you had a question, please post it again. I don't know what this life coach carnivore is talking about. Maybe this is a troll, as they say. Homestead How only promotes obese people. Sad. I hope Kerry will welcome other successful people on the carnivore diet. I don't know what the heck that means, life coach carnivore. I've said a million times I've lost 100 pounds on carnivore, but that's the least of my worries. If I was 300 pounds heavier right now, I'd still be doing carnivore. I promote to everyone that depression, anxiety, mental health is hugely changed on carnivore. I'm doing a documentary, and I've said a million times the purpose of the documentary isn't about obesity. It's about all of these things: type 2 diabetes, mental health, aging, reproductive hormones, IBS, stomach issues. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, life coach carnivore, but thank you for leaving. Yeah, you are. I'm not a troll. Wow. Okay. Well, explain yourself then. That was out of left field. I don't know what you're talking about at all. PA Beater says, I found carnivore via a Dante video where he used his Dreo. Yes, I was looking for Dreo videos. Talk about serendipity. Dante is the best. He's going to be the first one on the 24-hour live stream. And I'm telling you what, Dante, Dr. Barry, that combo has been very powerful and life-changing for so many people. I've heard that was me, Dante, Dr. Barry, and a lot of other people have said the same thing. They found Dante's videos. I mean, he was one of the first people truly documenting it. That's what got me fired up about doing this documentary. Is Dr. Kilt said this. I keep doing the Dr. Barry finger too. Sorry, by the way. This is, if anyone doesn't know this, if you have something important to say, or you just want to annoy the heck out of your family over and over again, you constantly do this, Dr. Barry finger, when you have something important to say. Dr. Kilt said on a video we did together, it's all about documented examples. That's what's going to change the world. Not telling people you should do carnivore or this or that. Here's documented examples of someone overcoming type 2 diabetes. Here's a documented example of someone overcoming depression, anxiety, clinical depression like I had. And sharing those examples is so important. And Dante was one of the first people to do that. Not the first, but one of the first to do it and do it really well. Amanda from Carnivorous Me has done a heck of a job as well. All right, I'm going to read some of these comments now. Let's see here. Low Carb Carnivore said, question, I haven't had a cold since I've been doing this way of eating. Has anyone else experienced this? Yeah. I haven't had any. I'm on day 170. I'm almost on day 180. I haven't had a cold. I haven't had a sniffle. I haven't had a cough. Nothing. And meanwhile, my whole family was sick. Right when I started carnivore, everyone was sick. One of the girls brought something home from school, like always happens every year. Everyone was sick, perfectly fine. Anyone else, leave a comment down below. Anyone get sick on carnivore? That's going to be on the shirt too. Carnivores don't get sick. Patty Lancaster, Kerry, the carnivore flu hit me rough. Didn't want any food. Could I use bone broth and liquids with electrolytes? Yes, absolutely. Bone broth too has got some great stuff in it. Definitely, I would be suggesting doing that before. That's one of the big things that first week on carnivore. I always tell people, try to get those electrolytes in there. My daughter Emma avoided the keto flu, and my daughter Lily avoided the keto flu, and I did. My wife Jen got the keto flu. She did the electrolytes, but not enough. But I always suggest those, yeah, especially the first week. I still take them all the time too, by the way. I don't take them as much. Sometimes I'll miss it, but every morning I get a big bottle of water. I put my electrolytes in there. Someone said, because obese people need it the most. Duh. Yeah. Well, I don't know what he was saying, but one of the things is my thumbnails will often show obese before and after. But what are you going to, it's hard to visually show anything. It's hard to visually represent someone overcoming depression in a thumbnail. And oftentimes it's weight loss accompanied by those other things. So who's your carnivore? My friend Brett. No matter what you do, someone will be butthurt. Yeah, for sure. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm a carnivore. Sean Baker changed my life. Dr. Baker is amazing. I'm so happy he's going to be on the live stream. I can't wait to talk to him more. He's great on Instagram. I don't use that Instagram much anymore, and it's like one of the only things that's usually his. He was just showing some of the steaks and how he was cooking them. He sous vide them. Oh, they look so good. I gotta try that. Dharma Kitty, Kerry, you have become my favorite YouTube influencer. You are so genuine. Thanks for all you do. Oh, thank you so much. That's so weird hearing that, but I appreciate it. YouTube influencer. That's pretty cool. You are so genuine. People say that, oh, you're inspiring. I appreciate that. I just tell people, if you were in my shoes before this, I was in such a horrible place with depression and anxiety for years and years, and I was in so much pain. And to go from that to this, it's like, how can you not be fired up and excited and want to share that excitement? So Beth said she had stigmatism her entire life, went away after 7 months on keto. Wow. So stigmatism, I think that's when one eye is a little bit different. You have a different prescription in each. Pretty sure my dad has that too. I got to get my dad doing carnivore. Primal Mike says, I have a dentist appointment on September 16th. I wonder what the doctor will say about my teeth. I will likely be the easiest patient he has. Yes. Ask him too, Mike, because I went to the dentist on month 2, and the hygienist, she literally, I didn't tell her I was doing carnivore until after. She literally said, my gums were like the healthiest she's seen. She's like, everyone that comes in here, their gums are puffy and they're bloody, they're bleeding. And she said, when you have inflammation in your body, the first place you see it is in your gums. And so dental hygienists, dentists, they see that inflammation quickly before other people do. My teeth have been I used to have all these weird toothaches and sores and, oh, this tooth's hurting and this one hurts. None of that on carnivore anymore. It's just kind of crazy. Lori Meyer said, I love hearing stories from people in their 60s and 70s who have had dramatic improvements to their health. It's never too late. I love it too. And it's a huge part of the documentary, a huge part of it. On both ends of the spectrum, I want to cover aging from a young age, children that are thriving on carnivore, but also it's so important. Everyone is going to get old, right? Well, God willing, and everyone worries about it, and it doesn't have to be as bad as it could be. Someone said, what's up with your wife? She's trying too many diets. Yeah, Jen is doing wonderful, by the way. She started carnivore. She jumped into it too quick. She should have done keto first. She didn't. You guys have heard this whole story, but she's doing great on keto, and she's slowly, really slowly, but slowly adding more fats in. People got all fired up when I did a video before. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole anymore, but she's doing really well, and I'm happy for her. And hopefully, I don't know if she'll be able to jump back in here if she gets back here. It'd be fun to have her on here, but we're going to do another live stream together. She did a little one with me before. She's a little shy to do the live stream before, but I should have her on the 24-hour live stream. Carnivore Scott said, what I really want to get from carnivore is an ability to play my guitar, but hey, I didn't know how before carnivore. So yeah. Speaking of guitar players, Bill is an excellent guitar player. We got to get some custom Bill Knott music for his channel soon. All you need to see is the fretboard of the ukulele, Scott. Awesome. Someone said host name is Kerry. Yeah, that's me. My name is Kerry. I've got a weird name. It's also my dad's name too, by the way. My name is Kerry. I run Homestead How. All right, let's jump back. I'm going to keep going on these, but I'm just do a couple more of these because this is kind of fun here. Go like that. There's a couple more really good ones in here. I think there's a few I highlighted. Oh, this was with Dr. Hampton. Dr. Hampton is the greatest. Here's one real quick. No more IBS, gas, bloating, stomach pain, constipation, diarrhea. When you have IBS and it's gone, it's so nice. My whole life, I had that heavy, weighted down feeling in my stomach, and I didn't know what it was like to not have it until it was gone. Now it's just a light, normal, natural human feeling. This was Dr. Hampton interview. Someone said, fantastic interview. My IBS also gone with carnivore, 54-year-old female who has suffered my whole life. It's an extraordinary feeling to not feel my stomach and bowels anymore. Yes. Also, off all my anti-inflammatories and psoriatic arthritis. Just love the carnivore life. I'm one of those he helped. They're referring to Dr. Ken Berry. I'm down 40 pounds, reversed type 2 prediabetes, no more sleep apnea. No food will ever taste better than feeling this good. That is so true. I've recently found both of you guys. This is they're talking about me and Dr. Berry, and I'm on day 28 of carnivore. My depression has lifted. Day 28. Congratulations. That'll change your life forever. I haven't had an inkling of depression or anxiety in 170 days, and I had it all the time before this. 6 weeks into carnivore, 65 years old. Feel amazing. First time in 20 years off of herbal laxatives. Sleep is amazing. Weight is down. Thanks, guys, for educating and cheering us all on. I love these comments. Here we go. Now, 2 years later, at 64 years of age, I'm a different woman thanks to Dr. Berry's wisdom. Down 80 pounds, more energy than in the last 30 years. Skin looks amazing. No sleep issues. A1C down from 9.5 to 4.9 to 5.2. Off all meds. I chalked up so much to getting older. Boy, was I wrong. BS before dinner yesterday was 83. Had 4 eggs and 4 pieces of bacon for dinner, and at both 1 and 2 hours later, blood glucose was at 80. Not BS, that was BG, blood glucose. Meat and fat have very little impact on blood glucose. Love this way of eating and never going back. Here's another one. I dreaded aging, 65 now, until I found the proper human diet. For me, it was about watching the adults in my life when I was a kid and teenager get sick before 65 and then die. I lost both of my parents, grandparents, and many aunts and uncles before the age I am now. On the proper human diet, I reversed type 2 diabetes, dropped 40 pounds, and my outlook on life is the best it's ever been. Many thanks to you, Kerry, for hosting one of my favorite proper human diet docs. I look forward to your documentary. Great comment. Thank you so much. In less than 2 weeks, I've lost 5 pounds. I also suffered from chronic anxiety, and it's already subsiding after a short period, just 2 weeks. I've had it since I was very young. It's caused me a lot of trouble my whole life. I can't wait to see what happens in a month. Thank you for helping me and others. Let's see here. Let's scroll down a little bit. I think I had a couple highlighted that were really cool. Couple more for Bill. Bill and Kerry, I'm so inspired. 30 to 40 days in, I never felt better. Bill, you got this. Kerry, your legend, go for it. We got this. Days counter, 58, mostly aligned to help my dad with Parkinson's. We are in for the long haul and loving it. And right here with you from the other side of the planet in Perth, Australia. Thank you so much. I'm at day 42 on carnivore. I'm just not hungry. I have to make myself eat. Kerry, thank you so much for your passion. I started carnivore twice and fell off the wagon. Your passion combined with Bill's story has inspired me to try again. Currently, I'm 44 years old and weighing 440 pounds. For years, I've carried the weight pretty well. However, within the last 6 months, I've really begun to feel it in my joints. I've noticed I've started to look for the easier way to things, less exertion. By the way, what a small world. I currently live in Knoxville, Tennessee. However, I was raised like 25 miles from you in Fox Lake, Wisconsin. That is crazy. You don't know how crazy that is. My dad lives in Fox Lake, Wisconsin. They didn't know that. I've never mentioned that before. So Yeah, it's about 25 miles from where I am now, and my dad lives there, and I actually grew up there. I currently live in. I was raised 25. I wonder when you were. This is crazy. I gotta get back with this person. This person's 44 years old. I'm 43 years old. This person was raised in Fox Lake, Wisconsin. I wasn't raised there, but I went to middle school. I lived there for a couple years when I was younger. So maybe, maybe we went to school together. We were living in the same city around the same time, possibly. I'll have to follow up on that one. That was kind of crazy. Anyhow, let's jump back here and see a couple more questions. Carnivore Brother said, love the video with JT. We're both having so much fun. JT is the best. Yeah, we were having a lot of fun together. That guy is so generous and so nice. And I've said it before, say it again. Wise beyond his years. He's been studying Bob Proctor for years. And some of the stuff, this guy, I keep calling him a kid because I don't know, probably 10 years older than, I got to ask him. I don't even know how old he is. Probably 10 years older than him. He is I'm calling him my coach because he has really helped me. When I went to film Bill in Alaska, again, I wasn't getting anxious, but I'm like, the gravity of this is an important situation. And I reached out to JT and I talked to him, and he gave me some of the best advice ever. He's such a great guy. And a huge part of carnivore is the mind game. It's all in the brain. Can I do this? I'm scared. I'm frightened. I'm anxious. Wow. And so getting control of that is a huge thing. And Bob Proctor and JT are good on that. But yeah, we had a lot of fun and we had some really good steaks. All right, let's see some more of these comments now. Kerry, did you miss my question? Yes, I think I did. Please repost it. I'm so sorry. If you guys could see this sidebar, there's just whoosh, it's just flying by. So I hate it when I miss any, but also I don't want to spend 20 minutes staring at the screen while you guys are waiting for me to talk. Mama, 3 adults, Homestead How? Yes to eyesight getting better. No longer need contacts at age 60. Nice. Wow. That's huge. Here we go. Crispy merchandise. Question for Dr. Barry on Monday. How does he typically broach the carnivore topic when he is out and about, or does he wait for someone to ask him? And when they're, I love it. Thank you. I had something similar I was thinking about, but you put it much better than I did. That's a great question. That's one of the things I want to say is like, so many people get fired up on carnivore, like myself, and you want to share it with the world. You see all these people suffering. You can't, or how? How? That's the question for Dr. Barry. How? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I will ask him. Carnivore Brother says, hey, everyone. What's up? Hoosier. Brett from Hoosier Carnivores here. One of the great names. Thank you, guys. Lots of members in here leaving comments. Really appreciate it. Always like to shout those ones out if I can. Primal Mike says he's considering buying an eighth or quarter of a cow from some local farm near him, but he lives in Illinois and he's not sure how to find any. Anyone out in Illinois got a good farm recommendation for Primal Mike? Let him know. Oh, here we go. One hope for all. Question for Dr. Barry. Maybe I already asked, but I want my mom to hear Dr. Barry's answers. Will high blood pressure drop with carnivore diet, and can one stop their meds completely before it's lowered? Good question. Blood pressure, cholesterol. Yep. I will add that to the list. Carnivore Scott said he started to make a deal today with a local rancher and will be buying a calf to harvest in about 2 years. Oh, that's cool. How is that working out? I want to know because I was talking to my neighbor friend about that, if he does any program like that. Most of the time you buy the beef at the end versus like kind of sponsoring it or paying for it in advance. It was a question I asked my neighbor farmer because I'm like, he's like, I would have so many more cows right now, but they're so expensive. And I'm like, well, there's people out there that maybe they would like adopt a cow or sponsor a cow or pay for it up front. And then I'd be willing to pay more for it to get it from my neighbor, knowing that he's a good steward of the land and he's taking good care of the animals. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore. Kerry, can you make magnetic car carnivore stickers for vehicles? I'm going to leave that to my wife, Jen. She's good at all that stuff. She does her crafting stuff. I bet you she could. I know she can make the ones that stick on that aren't magnetic. So that would be cool. I'd like to have one of those on my car too. Middle of a forest. Are you fasting during the 24-hour live stream show or the 24-hour fast show? No, it's not a 24-hour fast. It's just 24-hour live. And I will not be doing that day. I need all the energy and all the help I can get. I'm a carnivore, but this 24 hours is long. And people don't realize it. It's like, oh, you're not digging a ditch. But when you're sitting here talking and reading comments, and then you got doctor after doctor on, you gotta be on your toes the whole time. It's gonna be a trying. It's gonna be good though. We got myself, intentional carnivore Sean, Adam, Alia. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but I'm definitely going to be eating. In fact, I might be eating on here. We're trying to get a sponsor and they sell an air fryer and I'm going to try to put it back there and maybe cook a steak in between some of the interviews and in between some of the actions and shout them out. We're trying to get this sponsor that's going to match dollar for dollar. So if you guys donate, say $5, they'll match it $5 up to a set amount. Believe it or not, we're still trying to work out those details. I'm hoping to know more on that one on Monday. Candace asked, Bill, how are you feeling fasting? I'm so far behind. He might have answered this already in the comments, but we'll just keep going. All right, I'm going through these comments. I'm sure I missed some. Oh, little sidetrack, but One Hope for All said Shawshank Redemption. I saw that movie at least 4 times. I've seen that movie at least 14 times. No joke. Anytime that movie's on, I watch it. I don't know. I just love that movie. One of the greats for sure. I don't know if you guys know this, but the man that directed that movie, I think his name is Frank Darabont. I might be messing that up. But he also directed Green Mile, which was another really good prison movie. And a lot of people don't know this either. Shawshank Redemption and Green Mile. Do you guys know who wrote the original stories for both of those? Stephen King. A lot of people don't know that. It's like Shawshank Redemption. That's like a prison escape movie. That's not a horror movie. That was a Stephen King original book that was turned into a movie. So Stephen King and Frank Darabont have worked together in a couple movies. Anyhow, I'm sorry, I'm going off track. I could talk about movies all day. By the way, September 16th next week, during the 24-hour live stream, above my head in the movie theater, we're playing the movie The Hill right now. It's the 16th is our 1-year anniversary since we reopened the movie theater. Precisely 1 year ago, we played Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3 for a grand reopening. Movie theater was shut down for 2 years. So the 16th is a hugely important day. It's Alia Wells' birthday right there. It's my 6-month anniversary of doing Carnivore, exactly 6 months on that day. And it's a 1-year anniversary that we took over the world famous Montello movie theater and reopened it. So we're playing Tom Hanks Weekend. We're playing Apollo 13, Forrest Gump, and A Man Called Otto. Everyone loves Tom Hanks, and A Man Called Otto was one of our biggest movies of the year, so we wanted to bring that one back. All right, I'm going to check some more of these comments. If you have a comment, please leave a big one below. Wow, there's 353 people on here. Tanya said she blocked Life Coach. Oh, cool. Yeah, guy was pushing some buttons. He's a disruptor. Yeah, nothing better to do. Carnivore Scott said, you may need a moderator to trolls. I suspect there's an organized effort. Yeah, it's been pretty good for a while. I had a couple people that helped with that. He's still commenting. It's funny because I laugh at it. I'm not going to post it, though, but it's funny. 19th is the Feast of Trumpets. Someone said Green Mile was too sad for me. Yeah, that was a heck of a movie. Heck of a movie. Hey, talking about movies real quick, I got to mention one other one. So you guys have all seen Maggie with Dr. Chafee. She's 82 years old, carnivore for like 60 years, just thriving. I had the privilege, the honor of speaking to her on the phone yesterday. More to come on that. When I'm talking to her, it is like sorry, I got to ban this jerk. What an idiot. Sorry. When I was talking to Maggie, has anyone here seen the movie Age of Adeline with Harrison Ford and I think it's Blake Lively? It's a great movie. I don't know. I don't think it did that well in the theaters, but the girls and I watched it a while back, and this woman, I won't give the whole movie away, but for one reason or another, she remains looking at the same age, but she gets older and older. And sadly, all her friends and family pass away. And then she makes new friends and family, and they pass away, and she just keeps going. When I'm talking to Maggie, it just kind of reminds me of, it's like, I don't feel like I'm talking to an 82-year-old. She's talking about her dad was in the war and stuff like that. I'm like, what is going on here? It's so interesting talking to her. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. Anyone wants to talk about movies, I could do that all day. Green Mile was a sad one. Age of Adeline was kind of a cool one that not a lot of people have seen. Jeannie. Oh my goodness. Come on, carnivore brain. Jeannie. Am I screwing that up? Kerry, I've been watching your videos for a long time and just now realized it was not subscribed. How did it happen? You tell me. I don't know. Thank you for subscribing, though, and thank you for watching my videos for a long time. I appreciate it. You hit that little notification button, and hopefully you won't miss any. Deep Keto said, Bill, wonderful to see you doing better. Keep it up. Bill, how is that desk doing, my friend? I'm so happy with you and your desk. You're getting out of your bed. It's like the first steps towards freedom since you've been stuck in that bed for so many years. It's got to be something looking back and staring over at that bed. Hey, we got a couple more super chats. Absolutely relative, $5. Thank you. I didn't like bacon before. After Bill Knott's video of cheeseburgers wrapped in bacon, I'm going to wrap everything in bacon from now on. So yummy. Yeah. I haven't tried those yet, and I should. Every time I see that video, I'm like, wow, those things look so good. Where do we go? I just saw, I got Jennifer, Texas Carnivore Homes. Tom Hanks is awesome. Yeah. We also have, speaking of Tom Hanks, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. People are like, why speaking of Tom Hanks? Well, it's his production company, I believe, that made the My Big Fat Greek Wedding movies. A lot of people have been looking forward to that one, too, so that should be fun. Hoosier Carnivore said, Age of Adeline was great. Bill Knott said, I haven't seen The Truman Show in probably a decade. Now I need to watch that one again. Yeah, it's another one. Oh, we're going to go down the movie rabbit hole. I'm happy with that. Bill said, me and that desk have become very good friends. That is so wonderful. I love to hear that. I'm so thankful and blessed, too, that I was able to go out there and visit Bill. Jen and I were watching one of the videos, and Jen's like, what is that like? Like, you've been in that building, you've been in that room. You like know where everything is, and you can kind of more in the moment. I'm like, yeah, I'm so thankful for that. I can't wait to go back for sure. Chris C said, my mother-in-law was married to Tom Hanks' uncle. He passed away a few years ago. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, here's the thing I want to start doing. My friend Adam mentioned this. I'm going to keep going through these questions. If anyone has any weird or unusual or non-carnivore questions that are funny or fun, shoot them. Why not? Let's switch it up a little bit. We don't always got to talk about carnivore. But if you do have a specific carnivore question, I'm happy to answer that too. Deep Keto said, Bill Knott, those bacon-wrapped cheeseburgers look delicious. Oh, here's a good one, Paul. Top 3 Jim Carrey movies to play on your screen in a marathon. Oh, wow. Okay, so Dumb and Dumber, hilarious movie. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective? Maybe? Oh, this is a hard one because I know I'm missing something that's clearly a really good one. Jim Carrey was actually really good in that Man from the Moon one. Can't remember the name. Maybe it was called Man from the Moon. Someone else leave me a comment. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Dumb and Dumber was a good one. What was he in, like Bruce Almighty? I think he was Bruce Almighty too. That was pretty funny. There's one that not a lot of people maybe watch, but I think it was Liar Liar. That was a hilarious movie. Really funny. Love that question. Paul, what would you say? You tell me. Denise said she liked Age of Adeline also. Carnivore Ron, my good friend. People who started carnivore at a young age will live a long and healthy life. Yeah, I agree. Life-changing. Imagine this next generation, if all of them came up that way. That would be something. Natalie said, Bill Knott, love that desk. That was a great idea. I was just watching your video tonight and love your updates. Yes. Keto V Said Anthony Chafee is doing a fundraiser to help Maggie save her ranch. She may have to sell part of the herd if they can't raise some funds. I donated to that yesterday, and I posted it to my Facebook and Instagram, and I'd strongly encourage everyone to do the same if they can. Such an important thing. These independent ranchers, independent farmers, family farmers, we need to raise their voices up and support them more. I do not want to live in a world where it's just factory, corporation produced mass meat with who knows what they put into it. Maggie is just so passionate about ranching and being a farmer, just like my neighbor Aaron is too. And we got to elevate those voices for sure. So I was happy to do that and help spread the word as much as I could. Gabrielle says, Kerry, you never stop. How do you find the time to do everything that you do? 100% carnivore. This was not like this before. I have endless energy now, and people don't even necessarily, I'm not bragging, but just people don't maybe even realize the extent of it. Sometimes I'm like, whoa, we did all that. We have this Carnivore Diet documentary, which I've been editing for weeks now. The stuff that we have and going through the footage. We have the Carnivore Diet 24-hour live stream, which has been almost a full-time job. But all credit to Adam, Ollie, and the whole team that have been volunteering and helping. We have our dog kennel. We have our Airbnb. We got 4 dogs in our dog kennel. We got people in our Airbnb right now. Maintenance around the homestead, fixing stuff, the movie theater. I'm not complaining. I'm so thankful for it. And I just have endless energy. It's all 100% carnivore. You get so much done. I wondered the same thing when I first met Dr. Chafee. Like, how is he a neurosurgeon working like 18-hour shifts? And then he does YouTube for like way more YouTube than I'm doing. And then on the weekends, he's helping people with carnivore and nutrition and overcoming IBS and stomach issues. The guy works non-stop, next level. But I'm nowhere near his level, but I'm starting to see how he's doing it. It's carnivore, man. It's that carnivore energy. Brett said, we all love the Big Fat Greek Wedding movies. Can't wait for 3. Yeah, they're great movies. Someone just said to me upstairs, they're like, you should get some little bottles of Windex and put them out there. I was like, that'd be funny. If you didn't watch the movie, you don't know what I'm talking about. What was it? The father? Anytime something would go wrong, you'd be like, put some Windex on it. You cut your hand, spray some Windex on it. It's a pretty funny part. Lori Woodward, RN, said, Kerry, thanks for all you do. Question, did you see a huge difference with your body healing and weight loss on Lion versus Carnivore? Yes. Not so much on the body healing. I felt amazing going into Lion Diet. I did that on day 90, and I did it from day 90 to day 150. I felt amazing on Carnivore. I didn't feel much more amazing on Lion, other than I was a little plateaued for a while. I wasn't losing any weight. And when I started in Lion, to your question about the weight loss, it just started dropping off right away. And it was a long time, just every day, like, what is going on? I'm just stuck here. I'm hardly eating anything. Why is my body holding on to this weight? So the weight dropped off really quickly. And then I really liked it too, because I don't know if it's just a phase or a coincidence, but that particular stage of my carnivore Lion journey, when I was doing Lion Diet, I would just eat once, and 23 hours I wouldn't eat, and I was just fine doing that. Right now that I've gotten down to my goal weight and I don't have that much body fat to burn, I'm a lot more hungry. But I always suggest it to everyone. Listen, if you're doing carnivore, it's not that hard to do Lion. Just do it for 3 days and see how you feel. If you're doing carnivore, you can do Lion for 3 days. Get some really good steaks, spoil yourself for 3 days, and eat some steaks for 3 days and see how you feel. Maybe a pot roast one day, a couple steaks and some burgers the other day. I live in the Z town where Doc Hollywood was filmed. Oh wow, I remember that movie. That was with Michael J. Fox, right? Pretty sure. I remember seeing that movie. In fact, I have a really good memory for movie stuff. I could talk about movies all the time, but we used to have this movie theater near our house. It was called Budget Cinemas in Milwaukee, and all the tickets were $1. And they always played not second run movies, but movies that were out of the first run. They were like a couple weeks old. And I saw Doc Hollywood there. I'm trying to think. I wonder if that was one of Michael J. Fox's last movies. I could be very wrong on that, but we're back to Jim Carrey. Someone said The Mask. Yep. Bruce Almighty, Cable Guy. Yes. Robin Williams. Is that Doc Hollywood? I don't know. That was maybe to another one. Someone said, what is your favorite college football team? Go Ducks. I would have to say the Badgers because I'm from Wisconsin. I would also have to say I follow NFL. I kind of do. I was looking forward to the Packer game tomorrow. However, I realized that I foolishly scheduled our movie at 4:00. So I'm competing with the first Packer game of the year. So if nobody shows up to the movie tomorrow, I was just telling a customer, I was like, I'm going to watch the Packer game on the big screen. And then he was like, oh, we should just do that and let everyone watch the Packer game instead. Unfortunately, licensing, NFL, they're very strict about those type of things. I can't just throw the Packer game on and have the general public come in. Yes, who's your carnivore? You don't eat no meat? That's okay. I make lamb. Yeah, I love the movie. It's so funny. Hey, Homesick Buckeye. I think the movie thing is a front for the illegal beef operation. Am I right? Shh. Should see, I got a little meat locker back there just filled up with stuff. We're emptying stuff out the door. That is my friend Russ, Homesick Buckeye, one of the funniest people I know. He is going to be on the 24-hour live stream, prime time, 7:30. Russ Mitchell, Homesick Buckeye. I am going to be so happy to hear from that man. You can roast me all you want, Russ. I'm going to look forward to it because it's going to be an amazing show, right? But it's going to be a lot. It's going to be intense. And it's going to be a lot of serious doctor talk up until that point, until Russ comes on and maybe sings us a song, maybe tells some jokes, maybe roasts me a little bit, roast Dr. Chafee, whatever we got to do, we're going to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. Bruce Almighty, yeah. Primal Mike, if you can play John Wick 4 in your theater, I would drive there right now. We were so close to, in fact, Dr. Berryfinger, this is going to take me 1 second. Watch this. Primal Mike, if you come out here, I can't. We could replay John Wick 4 for you if you come out here. But if you come out here, Primal Mike, I have this for you. If Primal Mike, if Jen will let you have this one. She's got the Harrison Ford one. Huh? No? Oh, I got it backwards. There we go. John Wick Chapter 4 in theaters and IMAX, March 24th. We were so close to playing it. The thing is, I'm trying to stick to family-friendly movies. John Wick is a little not so family-friendly. But we still played rated R movies here and there if it's a really good one. I watched John Wick 4 at another theater, and it was intense. Great movie. Not necessarily a family-friendly movie, but it was a great one. But Mike, if you can come up here sometime when we're not playing a regular movie, I can play anything I want on that projector. If we can get John Wick 4 on Amazon or Netflix or one of those, or you just bring in a Blu-ray. Carnivore Scott, I was set on the movie Fandango, and Kevin Costner had a scene where he was to kick in a car window. His boot kept bouncing off the window. By take 5, he was furious. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, The Grinch. I forgot about that one. The Grinch. Yeah, a lot of people are saying The Grinch. Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I remember The Mask, but I don't remember ever getting into that one as much as the other one. Liar, Liar was another good one. Bill Nutt said Jim Carrey has so many amazingly funny movies, but if I had to pick just one, it would be Dumb and Dumber. Yes, I agree. And I rewatched Ace Ventura a while back. It came on TV, and I was cracking up. It was hilarious. But yeah, Dumb and Dumber. When they're riding the little scooter together through this, they'll watch that one again. Bill Knott, question for you, sir. I don't know if we asked this before. What is your favorite movie? I think I asked you this, and now I don't remember the answer. I prefer Bill Murray. Yeah, Bill Murray's awesome too. Bill Murray, what's your favorite Bill Murray movie? One of mine is, well, you got Groundhog Day, of course. You got the classics, of course, that I'm going to completely miss. But one I recently rewatched was what was it? Hold on. Bob. What about Bob? Bob? Great movie too. All right. Okay. It got real quiet up there for a second. My heart skips a beat every time that happens. I'm wearing the projector turned off in the middle of the movie. All right. We'll keep talking movies, whatever you guys want to talk. But Coastal Jeep guy said, I'm a silent watcher and started Carnivore in August. I'm discouraged about the feedback to the life coach guy, and Kerry's reply, I'm unsubscribing. Okay, bye. This is another one. I should have read that first. You should have seen some of the comments that person was saying to some of my friends on here. I kicked him out. So Sharon McCabe said, "How is your daughter? Which one? All of my daughters are doing well. Emma's doing great. I mentioned earlier, she got a job. The little trader got a job outside of the movie theater, but I'm really happy for her. She's got a best friend for since they were little, many, many years. For 8 years now, they've been best friends. She got a job with her best friend, so she's not here tonight. Otherwise, she probably would have jumped on here with me, but she's doing really well. She's doing great." Oh, Steve Ragu said, "Is it okay to eat meat that is not grass fed?" I would say yes. I would say I would echo Dr. Barry's statements on this, and he says, "Eat what you can afford." And if that's even lunch meat and hot dogs, it's probably 100 times better than the standard American diet. So eat what you can afford. When you're eating that grass-fed beef, you get a lot of those really good omega-3s, omega-6s, but it is expensive. And I don't do it all. I try to get as much as I can from my neighbors, but I switch it up sometimes. So one hope for all. I like true story movies. I do too. That's what we're playing right now above us, as a matter of fact. It's called The Hill. It's about a man that I believe he had some sort of disability and he ended up playing baseball. I'm watching it. Well, I was going to say, I was hoping to watch it tomorrow until I found out that it's competing with the Packer game. So I might not see this one. Someone's going to have to answer this. I don't know. Question for ground beef from a farm. What is a good price? And can someone else comment on that one below? I should know that. I just bought a bunch of stuff from my neighbors, but I got mostly like pot roast and steaks and stuff. Someone said depends on where you live is a great price. Bill said, "So how many here are fans of The Mandalorian?" That's a good one. That is a good one. The girls and I believe, watched that. I don't know how far along The Mandalorian is, but I remember the first, when it first came out, we were watching it. Don Mert said, "I don't rely on any food plan for determining the length of my life. I was looking for more life for my years while waiting for my Lord to take me home. The carnivore way of eating is a good way to add health." Yes. Brett from Hoosier Carnivore said, "I had the energy today to get up at 3 a.m., drive 3 hours to the lake, fish an 8 hour tournament, drive back home, grill steaks, and now chat with you fine people." Yes. Carnivore energy. Going fishing too. That's nice. Bill Knott says he's a bit of a Star Wars geek. Bill, I can't wait to have you at the theater. This is what we're going to do. So JT came over and we kind of ran out of time. We watched a couple of his videos on the big screen. We were going to watch Star Wars. Bill, JT has never seen Star Wars. I'm like, what? What? So I told him we'll play it on the screen. We ran out of time, but he's going to come back and we're going to do it again. We're going to wait. We're going to wait for Bill Knott's visit. We'll watch Star Wars together. Oh, that would be a lot of fun. Maybe get Carnivore Kip over here too. We'll fire up the smoker outside. We'll bring everyone over. We'll watch Star Wars. And actually, I got to be careful. Star Wars has some pretty strict licensing rules. So, someone just said, Bill Knott, never heard of it. Had to Google it. Laugh out loud. I don't know if they're talking about Star Wars or Mandalorian, but either way, it's funny. Oh, here we go. One Hope for All. Hacksaw Ridge is a very good true story movie. I saw it in the theater at home. Great movie. 100%. Astounding, amazing, true story movie. I told you guys, I could talk about movies forever. I'm an encyclopedia of movies. Hacksaw Ridge was directed by Mel Gibson, and it was starring Andrew Garfield. And it's a true story about a man named Desmond Doss, Doss. This wasn't set up. This is Carnivore Brain working for you. Encyclopedia. Desmond Doss. Many years ago, I watched a documentary on Netflix about this man, a hero, an absolute hero, an absolute legend. What he did in that movie is amazing. And One Hope for All, I don't know if you know this, but in that movie, Hacksaw Ridge, they actually pulled some scenes out. Mel Gibson, the director, did. Because they thought they're not going to believe this movie, but they were actually true events that happened. They're like, we got to cut this back. People are going to be like, this is nuts. People aren't going to believe what this man, Desmond Doss, did. Amazing movie. And if you guys can find the documentary, I think it was on Netflix or Amazon Prime years ago. Great movie. I was thinking about, oh, Bill said it too. Hacksaw Ridge is incredible indeed. I was thinking about bringing that back here. Whenever like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, things like that, I do free movies for veterans. We only been running the theater a year, but I think we've done 2 or 3 of those already. Whatever movie happened to be playing, if it was on Memorial Day or Veterans Day or one of those holidays, I would allow the veteran to come in for free, and then they would get their concessions for free. And with the concessions, before it was the popcorn, and now I do popcorn, or you can get the pork rinds. We've got carnivore pork rinds. It's just pork rinds and salt. We got a whole bunch of them up there, and we have the grass-fed beef sticks. But anyways, long story short, I'm thinking for Veterans Day, Memorial Day, one or both of those, of playing Hacksaw Ridge or Saving Private Ryan or one of those, and everyone gets in for free. All the vets get in for free. I would love to do that. We actually were talking to the VA down the road and saying, you guys want to do it? You guys get your group together, bring them in. It'll be completely on the house. Susan said, I own the first movie. Is there a movie stream channel with my Big Fat Greek Wedding too? I don't know. If anyone knows, help Susan out. Sometimes when I'm looking for a weird movie, I'll look on Amazon Prime Video, their video service, because you can search it. And then if you search it there, sometimes they'll tell you like, oh, we have it here. Or they'll say you could rent it for like $3 or something like that. So if it's worth it for you, you might be able to do that. One Hope for All, War Horse, another great true story. Absolutely. Directed by Steven Spielberg. Great movie. Great movie. The cinematography in that movie was nuts. Just insane. Oh, man. Like, I can replay parts of that movie in my head and parts of those scenes. So, Robin said, I want to try lion. Do it, Robin. You can do it. 3 days. You can do anything for 3 days. You're already one heck of a carnivore. And what you went through, Robin, for months, stomach issues, in the bathroom issues that a lot of people experience for a couple weeks and they quit. You were a trooper and you got through that. You could do that for months. You can do lion for 3 days. It will be a walk in the park for you. And if nothing else, it'll just be a fun little thing to have in your toolbox. You do it for 3 days, you go back to carnivore, and if you ever need to pull it out of the toolbox again, then you have it. But I'd highly recommend it to everybody. Karen's carnivore journey. We're going to talk about movies this whole time. Groundhog Day, St. Vincent, What About Bob? Great movies, all of them. Groundhog Day, man, I've seen that movie a million times. Bob, when he puts his foot in the puddle. What About Bob, too? Just a great movie. So What About Bob is with Bill Murray, and it's also starring Richard Dreyfuss, which is kind of a crazy combination. I saw some behind-the-scenes stuff on that. Richard Dreyfuss. Another great movie that I wanted to play here, Jaws. That's going way back in the day. Carnivore Scott said, love Doc Hollywood. Yeah, I got to watch that. That's Michael J. Fox, right? Someone leave a comment below. I got to get caught up here. All right, we're going to switch back and forth. I'm happy to talk movies or anything. Deep Keto said, a couple days of lion is great. Lots of people loving Doc Hollywood. Robin said, I need to figure out how to super chat before next weekend. Hey, well, I appreciate that. If anyone's doing super chats or donations for the Carnivore Diet Doc, I totally appreciate it. I also tell people, if you go to Carnivore Diet Movie, there's a little GoFundMe. It's really easy to go through GoFundMe. The only reason I suggest that is you get more bang for your buck. Sadly, YouTube takes a big chunk of those super chats, and it's a much smaller chunk that's lost with the GoFundMe. So we're going to be pushing that during the 24-hour live stream. If you are interested in helping fund the documentary, GoFundMe is the way to go. Home with Katrina. I love What About Bob? Need to watch that. Not really related, but Mrs. Doubtfire was another favorite. Absolutely. Robin Williams, excellent. Pierce Brosnan was in that movie too. I've seen that movie many, many times. A great one. Oh man, it was so sad when we lost Robin Williams. So sad. Sometime can you show how the old films were wrapped and shown? Oh, yeah. So we do history tours here, and I've shown people that because we have the old projector equipment and we have the old film, and we show how you would splice them together. I've actually taken people up into our editing room. You go into our editing room here at the theater, it's like taking a step back in time. It looks like it did in the 30s. in the 30s. I had a projectionist in here that was, I think he was in here in the 60s. He was like, it looks exactly the same as back then. I love giving history tours at the theater. Carnivore Ron said we had a $1 movie theater in Joplin until 2000. Yeah, that was around the time our $1 theaters around here shut down. The crazy thing is, our theater here above us, we play first run movies. $5. That's half the average in the United States. The average ticket price in the United States is $9.50. There is one other theater in Wisconsin. It's in Watertown. It's a great theater. Highly recommended. They charge $3. Awesome independently run movie theater like ours. But it's a cool thing because we play first run movies, and our goal taking this over, I'm so proud that we were able to do this for a year. We're like, I don't know if it's going to be sustainable running a theater for $5. That $5, we don't get that either, by the way. We get maybe that much, maybe sometimes that much. If it's a Disney movie, we get like $1 sometimes, and the $4 goes to the studio. So you only make money on the concessions. I'm not complaining, but our goal taking this over was we're doing this as a passion project. We haven't taken a penny out of the movie theater. We put any money we made, we put back into the building. But we want to keep it family friendly, fair prices so seniors and families can come in here. I hate the fact you go to one of these big chain theaters and you spend $150 to see a movie. That's not sustainable. Even if you're rich, you're not going to keep doing that because it's not worth $150 to do that over and over again. Someone's shouting out kayaking, Grandma Kelly. You'll find all the support you need here in the carnivore community. Absolutely. Carnivore community is amazing. Absolutely Relative said, question, did you upgrade your wardrobe? In some videos, your clothes are too big now. Yes. Big mistake I made too around day 70. I bought new clothes, and my waist, at one time, my waist was a 44. I can't, I held a lot of my weight in my stomach. And I think around day 60 or something, I think I was around a 40, and I bought a bunch of new pants and I got some different shirts. Well, I am down to a 32, and now I'm down to a 31. And Jen's like, you got to stop now. You're going to be down to nothing pretty soon. But my waist is now a 32. Yeah, actually, I picked this shirt up today. We went to pick some stuff up at Costco, some stuff for the movie theater, some paper towel, paper goods and stuff. And they had this. And the only other bad thing on Carnivore is I'm cold all the time. I told Jen I'm no longer wearing my fat jacket, and I get cold so much quicker. It's not even that cold out, but I picked this up because it was cold. Representing my Alaska shirt, Bill, my Alaska hat. I miss Alaska. Carnivores do the best roast. Yeah, if you guys aren't doing pot roast, you're missing out. It's one of my favorite new go-tos. I took me a long time on Carnivore to get around to the pot roast. Linda Price said, my YouTube was set to top chat, not all chat, so I think I missed a bit of the conversation. Everyone I could see was getting mad, but I saw no cause for it all. Very strange. Yeah, the person was leaving some very bully, rude comments. Some of them I blocked, but we had to get rid of him, so it's all good. Homesick Buckeye has a great channel. He's fun to listen to. He is very fun. I was on his live stream with Alia and Adam and Damon, and I said to him afterwards, it was out of all the videos I've done, that was one of the most fun live streams I've had. It was just cracking jokes and laughing. We were still talking carnivore, but it was a nice change of pace. I had a lot of fun on there. Sharon said she heard Keanu Reeves is a carnivore. I haven't heard that. I'd love to hear that. Anyone else know any celebrities that are carnivores or almost carnivores? I know a couple. Rob Lowe. He says he's Atkins or low carb, but I've heard him on a couple podcasts, and what he describes is basically carnivore, and he does it like one meal a day. And if you know who Rob Lowe is, he defies aging. So it makes sense. There's a lot more out there too, people I think that are doing it that don't talk about it. Rachel Gard said you could do the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movies. Yeah, I love those movies when I was little. Such an adventure watching that movie when their kids are running around in the grass. And I think the dad in that movie was Rick Moranis. Is that right? I got to look that up real quick. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That would be a fun throwback one. So we're doing a couple throwback ones. Yeah, Rick Moranis was the dad. Wayne Zielinski. Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in years. That was a good one. Chris said, my son owned the theater for a few years here ago. I have so many movie posters and UFC posters. Yeah, I got a stockpile of movie posters we're building up here. Bill said, I haven't seen it in probably 20 years. Yeah, we gotta that's worth a rewatch. That was a cool movie for being, like Bill said, over 20 years ago. Maybe if I watch it now, I'll be like, oh, these graphics are kind of cheesy. But I remember when they shrunk them down and they were running through the grass, you could see the ants and stuff. It was a cool movie back then. Really a way to escape. Primal Mike said, I wonder if John Wick is carnivore. He seems to be on carnivore superpowers. Yeah. Tyler Reed said, question about carnivore. How is your LDL? Everyone always talks about high cholesterol, but I'm curious what your numbers are. Have you had labs done since doing carnivore? Sneak peek. Yes. I just did my labs a couple days ago. They aren't all back in yet. So I will be sharing all of those. One caveat I have to tell people, I don't know what they are yet. I still have to go through that. They haven't come back yet. I got a couple back on the test, like on my blood work and on my liver function, and all of that stuff was looking perfect. There's a lot of nuance. I always warn people this. You can't, here's a good example. Everyone's like, why don't you get scurvy on carnivore? Well, your whole body chemistry changes when you become a carnivore and you're burning fat for fuel and you're in ketosis. And the way your body absorbs vitamins and minerals and nutrients is completely changed. And so you can't go off of LDL numbers for someone. The LDL numbers and framework that they set is based on a framework for people on the standard American diet that have the body chemistry of people on the standard American diet, people that could get scurvy if they didn't have any. So there's lots of nuance to those numbers, but I will be sharing all of those. And I'm hoping to do it maybe with Nutrition with Judy is awesome. Amanda from Carnivorous Me is so good with some of that stuff. It's an area I have to learn more about, frankly. There's a very good, let me show you guys this real quick. It's Carnivore Blood Work. You guys should check this out. There's no way I could explain this as good as this person does. Let's see. Sorry, just 1 second. Oh, here we go. There's a guy called the Carnivore Diet Coach. Maybe you guys have seen this already. You're like, we already know about this, but I don't know. Oh, I gotta stop sharing that other screen. This one right here, this guy explains some of this stuff really good, all the different tests you can get. But he goes into the nuance of it. There's lots of nuance. And if you just did a blood test and you looked at your cholesterol numbers straight up, you'd be like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? I'm going to die. But you're not comparing the right things. You're comparing apples to oranges. So you have to take the nuance into it with carnivore. With LDL too, a lot of people look at the particle size matters, and they don't tell you that oftentimes when you just get your test, and it really matters. Who's Your Carnivore asked, could you play Packer games if you didn't charge admission and just sold concessions? That's a very good question. I don't know. I have to look into it. We have this movie booking guy that's kind of helped me a little bit, and he was like, you probably just don't want to mess around with anything like that because you could get into big trouble. The NFL is so strict on that stuff. Hey, speaking of Emma, someone asked about Emma. She just texted me. She said she worked from 11 to 9 today. Wow, I don't even know if that's legal. She got $22 in tips, and it's fun, and she got to hang out with her friends, and she made new friends. Oh, good job. Good job. So Emma is doing very well. We got to get her back on another live stream. The 24-hour live stream, she was going to I have to talk to her. She's going to join me for that. She's stuck around for the whole 10-hour one. I'm like, you're not sticking around for 24 hours. Your sleep is important, and she's still got to get back to school. But maybe for a good portion of it. We'll see. Bill said, that one's too hard, Kerry. Way too many faves. I think when I asked Bill what his favorite movie is, I know it's like people ask me, who's your favorite child? Emma just said her phone's going to die. She's going away. Okay. Mall Chad said it varies from person to person. Some people say normal LDL. Some people say high, very high LDL, as much as 320. Yeah. There's a lot of studies that just show the opposite of everything we've been told in regards to cholesterol. You really got to dig into it and read into it. I'm going to share all my numbers, good, bad, or indifferent, but I'm going to share them with the proper nuance and people that know how to read these things from a carnivore perspective. Karen said, Richard Dreyfuss is a treasure. Carnivore Rob, my family saw What About Bob at a drive-in with my family. Oh, that's cool. Lisa Albright, favorite Will Ferrell movie? I can answer that in a second. Oh, it's actually a hard one. I can answer it in a second. It is Elf. Reason being is it's just a great Christmas movie, and we had so many kids over at the movie theater for Christmas, and we played it for free for a bunch of them. We did a couple school events. That movie is hilarious. That or Step Brothers, also Step Brothers or Talladega Nights. There's so many, but I love Elf. It's hilarious, and it's a fun Christmas movie. It's just they did a great job. Kimberly said, I'm sure Keanu Reeves is keto, if not carnivore. Love your channel. Thank you so much. Chris says, I was just watching Richard Dreyfuss on Jaws on Netflix right now. Caddyshack is a classic. Ghostbusters. Yeah. Jennifer Texas Carnivore said Ghostbusters. We almost played Ghostbusters 1, 2, and 3 for our grand reopening. Some of the movies are hard to get. Studios won't let you replay some of the older ones. I think we could have got one. I think we might have been able to get those. I'm not sure. Primal Mike said Keanu Reeves is amazing. He worked his butt off in martial arts to prepare for the John Wick movies. Yes, it's so much fun watching some of the behind the scenes stuff and showing him prepare for that. All of the training he did. It's amazing. Say what you want about some actors like Tom Cruise too. Say what you want about the guy, whatever he does outside of being a movie, but that man is dedicated to his craft of acting and training and preparing and doing his own stunts and all that stuff. Oh, Anchorman too. Yes, hilarious. There's some behind the scenes Anchorman. It's almost better than the movie. Watching some of the stuff, Will Ferrell is so funny in there. Susan said, Kerry, I can't see how anyone can say you are not kind. Their brains must be wired wrong. Love your videos and live stream. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's some people that just try to push buttons and provoke things, but I think the movie just ended. I hear a lot of noise up there. Gail Ivy said, Bill Knott, I saw Star Wars in the theater 9 times. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, I'm really far behind still. Gosh, so many comments. I can't keep up. Okay, here's one. Question. My dad is in his mid-70s. He had a bypass surgery in the past. He's got gout. He's gotten his gallbladder removed, arthritis, and some other minor issues. Is it okay for him to start carnivore? I'm not a doctor, so when people ask me that, I'm always hesitant. I will tell you this. If it was my dad or if it was myself, I would 100% be doing carnivore. I believe carnivore is the proper human diet that humans have eaten since the start of time, and it's our species appropriate diet. And I believe that every species on Earth eats a species appropriate diet except for humans. We're the only big brain animals that decide to eat outside of our proper diet that we've eaten since the start of time. And we're the only animals that have cancer and sickness and gout and arthritis and all of these issues and heart diseases through the roof. So if it were me, I would do that. I was also told I had gout. It's completely gone on carnivore after 18 months of my doctor saying, try this pill, try this pill, try this pill. I also had arthritis after months and months, years suffering from arthritis and back pain and elbow pain and pain in my foot. None of those doctors helped me with any of those things. I did it with carnivore. So if it were me, I would do carnivore. I also don't have a gallbladder either. I'm not in my mid-70s and I haven't had bypass surgery. So if it were me, I would. And another thing I would suggest too, like I said, I'm not a doctor. Dr. Ken Berry is awesome. Dr. Anthony Chafee is awesome. Dr. Baker. A lot of these guys do weekly live streams. Some of them you can get hit 2 in a week. So that would be a good question maybe to post to one of those doctors and make sure you're comfortable with the answer before you proceed. Someone said, I know Mel is awesome at his movies. He gets it right. Yeah, Mel Gibson directs some pretty good movies. Passion of the Christ being the best one of all. That's another one we may be playing here also, which is just such a hard one to watch, but an important one. Rock says, has anyone been able to come off of meds for low thyroid, been on them for 15 years, doing carnivore for a couple of months now and feel great? I haven't. If anyone in the comment has, please let Rocks know. Gail Ivy said, many do, but not all. Doc Hollywood was 91. Wow. Oh, yes. I love Vince Vaughn in that movie in an actual serious role. Yes, he was wonderful. Vince Vaughn has played in some serious roles in other movies too that are just crazy. Um, what was that one? Hold on, let me look here real quick. Vince Vaughn was, of course, in Wedding Crashers, Old School, Hacksaw Ridge. Did you guys know Vince Vaughn was in Rudy? I didn't know that. I can't remember the name of it, but he was in some recent movies in a serious role, and he was really good in there. Carnivore Scott, yes, please do stop by. We would love to have you anytime. And hey, Carnivore Scott, if you're a member, like if you go to the VA or you got a big group of vets, please help me spread the word because I would love to fill up every single seat and it'll be 100% covered on the theater and we'll cover their concessions as well. That would be the least I could do. So completely free all around. And then we just got to decide on the movie. Saving Private Ryan, Hacksaw Ridge. I mean, there's a lot to choose from. Pearl Harbor is another one, December 7th. Karen, great suggestion. You should show Pearl Harbor on December 7th. No IBS is the best part of this way of eating. Yes, suffered from IBS for so many years. Gurgling, stomach aches, pains, acid reflux, just always a heavy feeling. Lori said, thanks for providing free admission to your cinema for our veterans. Oh, absolutely. It's the least I could do. We did, not trying to pat myself on the back, but that's the whole thing with this theater and the community. We also did free admission for teachers. I did a teacher appreciation weekend. The whole weekend, teachers could come in, watch the movie, and get a free popcorn with the movie. So any big group, first responders, firefighters. I was talking to a firefighter that came in, and he gave me the phone number for the captain because I want to do one for them. Especially like this time of year. September is the worst time of year for movies. All the kids go back to school. Every movie theater is slow this time of year. We're still doing pretty well. We had a good crowd today, but kind of slow compared to normal. But it was to be expected. All the kids are back to school, and there's not a lot of great movies coming out in September. My Big Fat Greek Wedding is coming out. That's going to be a good one, but not a lot. Oh, Keto said, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 is on Netflix. So there you go. I have to rewatch this one. Bill Knott with a good movie recommendation. One movie that always inspires me to be a better man is Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai. Oh, I remember watching that when it came out. I haven't seen that one in years, and I don't remember it fully. But Tom Cruise is rarely in a movie that isn't good. I'll have to rewatch that one. Laura said, you might want to take a poll at the VA Center on the movies they might want to see. A lot of vets do not want to see war movies, PTSD. Yes, I want to be sensitive to that too. I was thinking about that. That's a tough one. That's a very tough one. And it's always tricky when you ask people because I could go to the VA Center and ask them and get a 50-50 where a lot of people want to see it and a lot of people don't. And it's like, oh, what the heck do I do now? But yeah, if we could get a whole group in, I would just leave it up to them. I'd say, here's some options, or you tell me what you want to see. When we do private parties at the movie like that, and it's not open to the public, we can actually play anything that the person owns or brings in. If they have their own HBO account or their own Netflix account, they can actually play it for their whole group. And it's totally legit and legal as long as it's a private group and it's not open to the general public and it's their own private party. Just like if you own your own Netflix account, you could have 100 people watch your Netflix account at home. That would be allowed, be a little crowded, but it's the same idea. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore, never watched Jaws. Don't like sharks. My daughter, Katie, terrified of sharks. She's never seen that movie either. Hey, there's Jen, 850. She said, hey, guys, I'll be on the next live Crazy Crazy Night. 100%. Jen's going to run the next live. Hey, Jen, you know what the next live is? The 24-hour live stream. Maybe I'll have one in there in the meantime. Jen said, hey there, buddy Bill. Oh, Multiplicity. I forgot about that one. That movie is with, hold on, Michael Keaton, right? Michael Keaton. Fabulous actor. You know, a great movie Michael Keaton's in that I've seen a couple times too is The Founder. seems like it would be a boring movie, the guy that started McDonald's, but that is a great movie, great acting, very interesting. Money Pit is so funny. Yes. Jen said she watched Good Morning Vietnam on VHS tape and wore it out. Do the Money Pit with Tom Hanks, so hilarious. Unfortunately, we got the 3 Tom Hanks movies picked. I wish I could do others. I don't know if we tried Money Pit. Jen and I tried a couple, and they wouldn't let us play it. The studios are really strict with some of the old movies. We wanted to play Big, and we couldn't get Big for one reason or another. That studio wasn't releasing it. But Money Pit would have been a good one, too. Jen says, I love the theater. It's so much fun. I was there all day yesterday working, and myself an hour late, and the girls came to pick me up. Yes. Everyone's saying hi to Jen. The Burbs, another classic. Yes. Here's a little trivia for you guys. The movie A Man Called Otto, we're playing that on Sunday, a week from tomorrow, for our at the end of the 24-hour live stream. We're not playing it on the live stream, but we're playing it that day. That movie, Man Called Otto, they showed a younger version of Tom Hanks, and they took graphics from the Burbs in order to recreate that. The CGI for that is kind of interesting, a little behind the scenes. You would like to talk, Kerry? I'd like to talk to you sometime if possible. Shoot me an email if you can. I will try to answer, but please do understand I've been getting these essay long comments from people, and they're beautiful. It's like, Carnivore changed my life forever, and here's the whole story. And it's outpourings, and so I've been very busy trying to keep up with all of those in the documentary and the live stream. So my time is very limited, and the more I talk to people, the less time I have to work on the documentary. So I love to talk to as many people as I can, but maybe try shooting me an email in the first instance. Getting caught up on these comments. It's hard to get to the bottom here. The Burbs, I've been wanting a not too scary show. That's one I needed. Yeah, there you go. One hopeful mall said, Kerry, you should put on a little weight now. You know, it's funny. I was like, one of the benefits of being overweight one of the only benefits of being overweight was Carnivore was just no thought whatsoever. Just now I have to eat so much to keep up. I'm not complaining though. I should stop talking. I'm not complaining. It's just kind of a crazy how much it changed. Rox said, Kerry, I've been watching you for a couple months, and the changes on your face are amazing. Can you tell you cut weight dramatically? Can tell you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it. I've been coming across some. My daughter Alyssa showed me a before picture at the movie theater. I was like, whoa. When you just look in the mirror every day, it's kind of hard to see those changes. But when you look at pictures, it's like, wow, big change. Beth Elaine, question, what is the name of your neighbor's store? I live 30 minutes from him. That's the Wacholz Family Farm. Wachholz. Wacholz Family Farm. If you Google it and get it pretty close, it should find it for you. There we go. Jen wrote it for us. I think I'm going through these comments backwards. Dr. Barry says that LDL is not the whole story. Absolutely. Yeah. And he explains it so much better than I could. It's a really complex thing when you got to get into it. That's why I get annoyed when people are like, oh, Kerry, great, you lost all this weight, but I want to see your cholesterol numbers, because you're not comparing apples to apples. I'll show you that. I'm going to show them all, but you got to get the nuance in it. It's just like I said earlier. If you're a carnivore, you don't get scurvy. Well, your whole body chemistry changes when you're doing carnivore. Lots of things are different, how you absorb vitamins and things like that. My favorite movie is Rudy. That's a great movie. Hard not to tear up at the end of that movie. Such a good one. And that movie is, here we go with the encyclopedia again. That movie is starring Sean Astin or Austin? Sean Astin, I think, is in that movie. Great movie. Yeah, I've seen that one many, many times. The change up with Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman, funny as heck, leans towards adults, and maybe not so much. That was a hilarious movie. I completely forgot about that movie till you mentioned it. Jason Bateman cracks me up every time. Serious. Denise said, Rob Lowe, how old? I think he's like 97. No, I'm just joking. Let me Google it real quick. Rob Lowe, he's about to turn 60. He's about to turn 60. Looking great. Carnivore, well, He doesn't call it carnivore, but he's pretty much carnivore. I've listened to a big podcast with him. Oh, thank you so much. Hanging with the Browns. Everyone go check them out. You have changed our community. I had a wonderful conversation with Hanging with the Browns the other day. So cool. They got a wonderful YouTube channel and a heck of a story. And I love talking to them. And I'm going to have them on our channel as well. And we got to do a live stream or something together. Everyone go check out Hanging with the Browns. Give them a subscription. Trust me, it'll be worth it for you. They are fired up about carnivore and putting out some really good videos. They just got back. I was going to tell Jenna more about it. Got back from a cruise too, which was really, really interesting. They did some videos on that too. All right. Sorry, I'm almost getting to these comments here. Anchorman 2, Talladega Nights. Yeah, those are some good ones. Step Brothers is just hilarious. Oh, Mia asked a question. Thank you, Mia. Kara, are you going to host the full 24 hours or will someone stand in for you? When will you sleep? I'm going to host every minute of every hour of the 24 hours. I will not sleep and no one will stand in for me. Now watch this 3 hours later. I'm going to be like, carnivores don't snore. I don't snore. No, I'm going to do the whole thing. But credit where due. My friend Sean from Intentional Carnivore, he's agreed to do the whole thing for me too. And I told him that's crazy. You can't do the whole thing. He wants to do the whole thing too. So the plan is we're going to do the whole thing. Adam and Ollie are going to be helping as well. Ollie is going to be fundraising. Adam's going to be help bring people in and out and comments and moderation and asking questions because he's a heck of an interviewer. But I told them too, I'm like, there's no way you're staying all 24 hours. When I did the 10-hour, Adam was going to stay for a couple hours and he's such a good guy. He ended up staying the whole 10. So I'm like, don't get any ideas. There's no need for that. You gotta get your sleep in. Oh, Jen said, Kerry, your favorite movie, There Will Be Blood. Yes, it's a weird one. Goodfellas, There Will Be Blood, No Country for Old Men, Shawshank Redemption. Those are probably my top 4 right there for sure. What do you think about old school movies like The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance? I love all movies. A lot of the old movies are so good. We do a history tour here when we play some really old movies. We play some silent movie that would have played here 100 years ago. One of them we just recently played was Cops by Buster Keaton. Great movie. I love the old movies. I love all movies. Dr. Barry would say, he would put his finger up like this, if you are human, this diet is for you. Absolutely. Dr. Barry has just so much wisdom, and every time he says something, it's like, yeah, it makes sense. It's common sense. Why didn't I think of it that way? Shane is a good one. I love Westerns and horse movies as a kid. I watched Man from Snowy River a million times. Someone said play all the Mel Gibson and Clint Eastwood movies, nothing else. Yes, Clint Eastwood has some great movies too. $1 Million Baby, Sniper, Gran Torino. Yeah, he's got some. There's a couple I'm missing right now. I was trying to think. Oh, he did that one too. He did that one on the Olympic bombing. That was a crazy one. Jen asked Bill how he's doing. Bill said he's doing great. Looking forward to the live stream next Saturday. Bill will be on the live stream next Saturday. Everyone's going to tune in for that for sure. Should I tell them what time or no? You guys just got to watch the whole 24 hours. That's the question. How many of y'all are going to stand for 24 hours with me? Come on, carnivores. We can do this. I honestly, if I was watching this, I would want to stay on just for these guests. Dr. Sean Baker, followed by Dr. Kiltz, followed by Bill freaking Knott, followed by Kelly Hogan. Later in the day, we got Carnivore Kip, heart surgeon, Dr. Philip Ovadia, then Dr. Anthony Chafee, neurosurgeon after that, Dr. Ken Berry. You guys are, if you drop off, you're going to miss one of these amazing guests. So how many people are on there with me? 24 hours. Let's go. Jen said, should be an interesting day. I will help Kerry where I can. He will need a nap. I'm not taking a nap, but I will need Jen's help and Emma's help. I need food. You got to just keep bringing me some food. I got to prepare that ahead of time. Tristan said, how about having a debate with other doctors that are anti-carnivore versus carnivore doctors? Possibly it can be the carnivore movie so people can see both sides. 100%. Bring it. And if you guys have some that are willing to do it, let's do it. That's the problem. A lot of them aren't. I came across a doctor the other day. I'm not going to name names, but this doctor wanted to interview me. They were like a weight loss specialist, but they were an actual doctor. And then they're like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with this, even though you've had all these results, because I believe in moderation. And then I looked at their nutrition guide and it was talking about, well, you can have sugar, but just have this amount. And I was like, frankly, I believe what you're doing is insane. I don't think people should have sugar. If I had sugar, I would go off the rails. I would gain all my weight back and all these health issues. I'm not a moderator. Why are you recommending sugar to people? Anyways, I was really nice and cordial. I didn't say it that mean, but I said to them at the end, that's fine if you don't want me to share my carnivore truth and my story with your audience. And I said that to them. Would you like to be involved in my documentary? Because I'm looking for people that are against it, that are naysayers against carnivore. They declined. They don't want to be in it. They don't want to. They don't have the fortitude to stand up for their beliefs against it, like we have the fortitude to stand up for our beliefs for it. But hopefully there's some others out there that would. I'd love to see Dr. Chafee debate some people too, some plant-based people, but that could politely, just politely with facts and figures. But has anyone been able to get off antidepressants without withdrawal issues? That's something you should talk to your doctor about and be very, very careful on. Those antidepressants are dangerous, and there's certain ways to wean yourself off of those that hopefully you can avoid withdrawal issues. I did not have any withdrawal issues, and I did it properly and weaned myself off of it. Very important to do that properly. Someone was asking Jen. She does Cricut. That's that machine that prints stuff out, and she can make shirts and signs and everything. We had a big sign business going at the homestead for a while. Jen's channel is I Create Crafts. Right here. I Create Crafts. Go subscribe. Give her some love. She does some really good videos. Rox Rock says, Bill Knott, you're looking good, my man. Keep it up. Enjoying your videos so much. Yes. So I'm almost to the bottom of the comments, but every time I get there, we get like 10 more. Let me see if I missed any super chats. I think we're all caught up there. Thank you, everyone, for the super chats. We're going to have to wrap this up here soon. The movie's over. Everyone's gone. P.A. Bader said, I can take my wedding ring off for the first time in 10 years. Not to try to overdo your story, my friend, but I lost my wedding ring. I thought I lost it at a water park. And then about 2 months later, Jen, who's on here, said she found it on the floor of the shower, but she put it in the jewelry box and she never told me. She never told me. She's like, well, what are you going to do? Put it back on? Because it just keeps falling off now. It used to be so tight because when I would get inflammation, which I had horribly, it'd really show up in your hands. You can tell when people have inflammation if you look at their hands. They normally get really puffy. You can see it in the face too, but I used to get it in my hands and my wedding ring was tight before. All right, we're getting to the bottom here. If anyone has any final questions, we're going to have to wrap this up. Like 300 people on here. I really appreciate all of you guys. Please, please, please check out the 24-hour live stream. You can go on my channel right now and you can click on the little thing so that you can get a notification when it's coming up. Let me just see here real quick. 24-hour live stream. I will give you guys the link. Oh, man. We're going to update the thumbnail still. We got to update the thumbnail to add Sean and the other hosts in there. I think we're doing that here shortly. Here is, in the comments, the 24-hour live stream link. You can click the little notification so you don't forget. Mark your calendar, September 16th, 1 week from today. Yes, Bill Knott and Sandra speaking the truth. The people who put their lives on the line to protect our country are mistreated and ignored, and we give $20 million to someone who's good at throwing around a ball. Couldn't agree more. We got it so screwed up in this country, the voices we elevate and the people that we praise and should be our veterans. It should be our first responders, police officers. It should be our farmers too, people that are raising our meat for the future Uh, yeah, I couldn't agree more. Oh, Londwar said, Homestead, how that thing you do. Here, you guys want the encyclopedia again? That thing you do is starring Tom Hanks, and it's one of his first movies he did under his production company, which I think is called Playtones. It's a great movie, and the song in that movie will stick in your head forever. I believe that was the first movie Tom Hanks' production company did, or maybe it was the first movie that he directed. But it's a wonderful, nostalgic throwback movie with great music in it. Love that movie. And so that same production company is the one that did My Big Fat Greek Wedding and A Man Called Otto and a couple others that I'm probably missing. Someone asked, who remembers Mr. Mom? Love that one too. Yes, Michael Keaton. All Quiet on the Western Front, the best anti-war movie ever. Bridge of Spies for Tom Hanks, Cold War, East Berlin thingy, Spielberg, but written by Coen brothers. Yes, fantastic movie. You get Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg together, you can't go wrong. And Encyclopedia of Movies, the main star in that movie's name is Mark Rylance. I believe it's Rylance. Excellent actor, and I believe that was one of he's acted in many things, but I think that's what really put him on the map. He is a fantastic actor, and he was recently in another movie, and that movie was called, let me just double check here because I always mess this one up. Mark Rylance is a British actor. He was in a movie called The Outfit. He was in Ready Player One as well. He was also in Dunkirk. He was excellent in Dunkirk. But he was in a movie called The Outfit. And if you guys haven't seen the movie The Outfit, you are missing out. Fantastic. Absolutely under the radar, fantastic movie. Love it. The Outfit with Mark Rylance. It's highly recommended. Someone else said Dr. Chafee has a fund set up to help Maggie save her. Yes, I donated to that fund. I promoted it. It's on my Facebook. I think it's on my Instagram page. And I think I posted it on YouTube too. Everyone go check it out. If you go to Dr. Chafee's Instagram page, you can click on it. If you can't donate, just share that thing. I spoke to Maggie yesterday. I had a wonderful conversation with her for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And it's insane what their government in Canada is doing to them and just all the circumstances that's coming down on them. And she's such a great person, so passionate. So everyone check that out. Someone said, I think Sean Austin is the son of John Austin, who played Gomez in the series Addams Family. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's cool. Carnivore Scott, subscribe to Hanging with the Browns. Awesome. Everyone go subscribe. Hanging with the Browns are great. And let me do a quick. Got to wrap this up here in a minute because I think the girls are waiting for me up the stairs. But hey, we can get them to 1,000. Let's just do this real quick, guys. Just stick with me. There's like 300 people on here. We gotta elevate all of these voices, these carnivore voices. This is a Hanging with the Browns channel. I did a video on their channel. I had so much fun talking to them. They have a great channel. Hanging with the Browns. Look at this. 786 subscribers. They've done 77 videos. And they're the greatest people ever. They're really cool, doing awesome videos, really good, proper mics, production, good stories. They're doing a lot of shorts. Got back on their cruise. Best trip ever as carnivores. I watched that video the other day. They are killing it over there. So go subscribe. We have 300 people on this live stream right now. If every one of you subscribes, you will get them to over 1,000 subscribers. I just hit refresh. It went up by 4. Come on, everyone subscribe. We can get them to 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. Hanging with the Browns. All right, let's see here. We got to wrap this up now. I'm going to check if there's any more questions. Someone's listing everyone in the. Yeah, that's the girl's favorite movie for sure. Bill said, I think one of my top 5 movies of all time is the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. Great, fantastic movie. I've seen it a million times. And then there was a remake with Johnny Depp, and I believe there's another remake coming out soon of Willy Wonka. Probably none of them will ever be as good as the original, but we may play the new one here at Montello Theater. Yes, someone said need a Wurlitz or theater organ for those silent films. That'd be amazing. We don't have that. We do have a piano from the 1890s that's still on the stage, And during the silent movies, well, it was on the stage during the plays. When they'd have a play or they would have dances here, they would use the piano. It's from the 1890s. I have the original newspaper article when they bought it. Jen and I found that. We still have that on the stage. And during all of the silent movies, they used to play that. Needs a lot of work, though. Age of Adeline is my daughter's favorite. Yes, our girls really like that one. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. Jen loves it, too, because it's got Harrison Ford in it, of course. Clint Eastwood in The Mule. Yeah, I watched that one, too, the drug running one. Dr. Barry says, if you can fog a mirror, you can do Carnivore. Yes. Indiana Jones is a good series. Yep. Wow, guys, I'm trying to get to the bottom of these comments. It's just never ending. I really appreciate all these comments. You guys are the best. Here we go. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore. When does the 24 hours start? On September 16th. What time for Central Standard Time? 7 Central, 8 Eastern. I will be on there. Probably be on there before. Looking forward to it. Thank you for that question. One more, same thing. 7 Central, 8 Eastern, September 16th, 1 week from today. Lori said, it sounds like all my carnivore heroes will be on the live stream. I will stay on as long as I can. Awesome. Thank you. Wow, getting lots of questions. 7 Central on the live stream. Thank you. Carnivore Brothers will try to be on most of the 24-hour stream, but unfortunately have some family obligations. Oh, I totally understand. Just bring your phone with and don't watch the soccer game. Watch the live stream. Come on. Hey, you can always rewatch it afterwards. Hey, that's a good idea. Kerry, when the opposition put the folks at the end of the dock so you can prove they declined the invite. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, someone said I missed 2 that did gift memberships. Oh, let me check real quick. I'm so sorry. Gift memberships. We had Keto was a new member. I think I got that one. And then Steve Rago was a new member. I think I got all the other ones. If I missed any, please remind me right here. I'm almost to the bottom now. Good night. Oh, thanks, Jen and Kerry, for all you do. Oh, thank you so much. That's so nice. Thank you guys for all you do. I love this carnivore community. I've got a really good video coming out Tuesday, too, by the way. I'm just finishing it up. Normally, I do them on Tuesday. I did this one a little early, but it's inspirational. It's fun. It's more positive. I've had a couple downers lately. This is going to be a good one. Homestead How, thank you for a great evening of carnivore. Oh, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Bill. It was nice hanging out with you. When does the live stream run through from when to when? 24 hours. 7 a.m. Central on Saturday the 16th to 7 a.m. Central on Sunday the 17th. I will be on for every minute of every hour for 24 hours straight. Majestic Gemini question, can I eat lamb and high fat for 365 days straight? I don't see why not. Lots of people have done it. My friend Dante from Frigno Freedom ate nothing but ruminant meat, like lamb or beef, and water for 900 days. Many other people have done it much longer. So yes, you can. You just make sure you get enough fat. Do your research. Make sure you understand what you're doing before you do it. Bill, you're awesome. Bill said he's praying for everyone. Thank you. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore, thank you. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed these live chats. I know it's so much fun for me too. I really enjoyed it. I'm so thankful for all of you. Kerry, can I email you? Absolutely. Homesteadhow@gmail.com. Homesteadhow@gmail.com. Almost there. Almost there. You guys think I fall asleep for a second? I'm trying to read through all these comments. Oh, my phone's ringing. Oh, Jen's calling. Let's see. Dr. Berryfinger. Hello? How are you answering me if you're on a live stream? I'm on a live stream. They can all hear you right now, too. Hi, everyone. Say hi. Hi. What's up? I'm just about finishing up here. So I'm talking to you on the live stream and on the phone. Oh, Jen said, Homestead, how are you? Hungry? Is that why you're calling? Yes, I wanted to make sure you're hungry. Yes, I'm starving. What are you going to make? Dr. Berryfinger. I'm sorry, guys. I'm being rude, but this is kind of funny. Jen's calling to ask if I'm hungry, which is so nice of her. Thank you, Jen. What are you making me, hon?
This is funny. I hear you on the phone, and then I see you talking because it's delayed.
Well, it's a little live stream. That's how it works.
Bill said I should put a piece of broccoli by your.
No broccoli. Oh, I almost had to have my stomach pumped earlier. I was dry heaving after that. No more broccoli. Someone said I remind them of Finch on Person of Interest. Jen, what are you making? I got to wrap this up here. They're waiting. Everyone's wondering what you're making me.
I know, and they're waiting upstairs for you too.
Who?
Your daughters?
Oh, okay. What are you making? Let's go. They're all asking.
Eggs and bacon. Eggs and bacon.
Okay. Okay, love you. I'll be home in a little bit.
Okay,
bye. Big surprise. BBBE Power Bowl. She's making me a Power Bowl. Beef, butter, bacon, eggs, all in a bowl. I can't wait. Every single time. Do you ever get sick of that, Kerry? Never. I love it. I'm fired up. I'm going to go all night after I eat that thing. Oh, it's so good. So good. Someone said steak or steak. Yeah. All right, guys. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any of these live chats. I think we got all of them. Thank you all so much. Go to carnivoredietmovie.com if you want. And you can share. You can register if you want to participate. You can donate. You can buy the shirts. And we got some good videos for you coming up. Thank you guys all so much. I appreciate you all. Have a good night. Bye.